by Kendrick Lamar at the halftime show. Did you hear what he said, y'all? This is crazy. I told y'all this is over.
It's all fake news. It's phony stuff. It didn't happen.
And the girl like to please her. No, I got no problem. But she need love, so that I can do you. Treat her so lovely. She loves it when I apply pressure. The only time that I treasure.
I'm not playing, I'm dead serious.
Up in the sky, next dimension. She loves it when I apply pressure. Only you can another. Sometimes greatness is needed.
He needs some milk.
Another.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Another one.
He needs some milk.
It's all fake news. It's phony stuff. It didn't happen.
We're about to take it back. Damn, son, where'd you find this?
He needs some milk. He needs some milk.
Let me get it out of y'all. Okay, look like we got that now. Let's get it. Yeah, let's get it, y'all. Okay, let's let it ride out, man. Let's see who we got in the live, y'all. What's good, y'all? Give yourself a round of applause today, man. The darkness is here, baby. At least for the system, yes. Let's get it.
It's over 9,000.
This is my time.
It's a lifestyle. He needs some milk.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
It's over 9,000.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
It's over 9,000.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
He needs some milk.
It's phony stuff. It didn't happen. Another one.
It's over 9,000.
About to take it back.
It's over 9,000. It's over 9,000. He needs some milk.
son? Where'd you find this?
What did he say?
Another one.
Yes. Grand rising to the tribe, man. Grand rising, y'all. It is such a beautiful day out here. It's sunny out here today. Hold on, y'all. I don't know what's going on with this mic thing. Hold on. Let me try to fix this mic thing. Hold on, y'all.
Anytime I bust on your speaker, I'm a logo London, go logo man. My inspiration no go divert. Please my kwangeli dewa. O show up on my dewa. All jelly dewa. Life na kama he. Go kilo shit, fala he. I no need all your drama he. I just the jama he. Oh so la mu.
All right. Okay, I think that's better. Y'all. So, grand rising to everybody here in the live. Grand rising, y'all. How y'all doing today on this beautiful, is today Thursday? I don't even know. Give yourself a round of applause, y'all.
What a beautiful, give yourself.
Yes. Okay. Let me cut that off, man. Dang. Okay, y'all. Yes, today is Thursday, which is the heart day, basically. Thursday, the toroidal field. All right. Yes, how y'all doing today? How y'all doing? Peace to everybody in the chat. Grand rising, everybody. Looks like I'm coming in loud and clear. Thank you guys for the likes and the 100 sign. You know what I'm saying? I see the 100. I come in 100%, baby. Let's get this shit, baby. It's over 9,000. Okay, so yes, y'all, it's June already, and not just June, it is the 5th of June. What happened to 1, 2, 3, 4? Yeah, this is crazy, man. I don't even know what happened to May. Is it May before June? Yeah, it's May before June, man. This is crazy. I'm drinking my watermelon juice, y'all. But it is the 5th of June. My goodness. Crazy things happening around the world. The energy is intense. Everybody is feeling it. And man, it's just crazy, man. People are falling off. It's just, again, the energy is crazy right now. The energy is insane, y'all. So much going on. It is the month of June. We have the Cosmic Code Course 2 starting at the end of this month, you guys, y'all. So this is your time to get in. Do not hesitate right now, y'all. We still got space available. You know, we still got space available. So get in the course if you plan on getting in the course. If you like what we do over here, we take it further into the course where it gets more personal, more intimate, and we can ask questions and we can formulate thought. It's a lot more better. Trust me, you definitely want to get in the course. So it starts at the end of this month. And also, we have the raffle starting at the end of this month as well too. We're gonna do it the week of the week prior the course starts. So sometime in that week, we'll just probably that Friday, and then Monday the course starts. So we'll probably do it that day, Friday. Actually, I want to do it on Thursday. Hold on, I'm getting some feedback, y'all. Okay. Yeah, so the raffle, we'll probably do it the Thursday. We'll probably do it the Thursday of or the Friday of, simply because I just want to get the stuff out before the course starts. Okay, because once the course starts, I'm going to be busy. I'm going to be very busy because we're doing a rising in the evening class. And I thought I was going to be able to go live in between that. Boy, I was literally kidding myself. So as you know, I will not be going live for those couple of strongs. So yeah. And then, you know, once course is over, then it's back to normal. So like I said, y'all, get into the course. If you like what we do here, where we come over here, we tie past, present, and future events to show to you guys that we're literally in a video game, that we've done this over and over for. We've created it all, and what we did is we created an artificial matrix where we can come in and basically do whatever we want to. Okay, do whatever we want to, because, you know, the only thing that really exists is consciousness, is energy. That's the only thing that really exists. Consciousness, awareness, energy, and awareness manifested itself into consciousness, and consciousness became things. It became a whole bunch of things, right? This is what this word allows us to be. So understand that this is a cosmic video game, and, you know, we put rules and regulations into the cosmic video game at a certain point in time. And now there's a great reset that's coming, where we're going to go back up to the top and, you know, be great, create wonderful things, amazing things that's going to come onto the planet. You know, unity, vibration, everybody is going to be on one accord. The universe is going to be singing. It's going to be amazing. Our ability is going to become unlocked. You guys are, it's funny. I was just talking to one of my boys. I don't know if he's on my live right now, but I was telling him, no, he was telling me something that he experienced. Okay, because remember the genetically speaking, we're changing. Okay, the atmosphere is getting charged up. He told me he was laying down right next to his girl, and all of a sudden his hands started getting hot. And then he was like, what the heck? And he started putting his hands together, and then they started charging up. He started seeing blue particles coming out of his hand. Okay, now I kid you not, this dude does not lie. He doesn't, there's no reason for him to lie. In fact, me and him was going back and forth back in the day, and we still talk here and there. But he hit me up the other day. He was like, bro, I want to tell you something, and I don't want you to think I'm crazy. And I was like, bro, whatever, I've been through some things, bro. There's nothing that you can tell me that's going to be crazy, because people, like, I see energy, I see auras. Okay, and I just don't tell nobody, because, you know, I don't know what people experience. I don't know what people see. You know what I'm saying? People are seeing, and especially now, people are seeing shadow beings. People are seeing a whole bunch of things. And so when he told me he brought his hands together, he started seeing blue sparks, and you can hear he said you heard the noise of just electricity sparking. And his girl was like, his god was like, what the hell? Like, he was like, y'all see, he said, like, you seen that too? She was like, yes, I saw that. And then he was like, what is going on? And he backed it up a little bit. And he went to do it again, and it started showing up these blue particles. These blue particles started coming out of his hand. And I was like, bro, has that ever, he asked me, has that ever happened to you before? And I explained to him, in 2016, when I had that experience, when I was like literally meditating literally every single day for 80 plus minutes a day, running underneath the sun, just talking to the sun, meditating under the sun. And this is when my reality shifted. My vision completely shifted, y'all. So I saw nothing was had foundation, nothing had structure, nothing was physical. Everything was in waveform. I saw everything was in its waveform, in its I don't know, I guess in its true form, in its true essence form, meaning I was able to manipulate the ether and change things with my mind, because things they're not physical. Everything is in wave pattern. Okay, only the mind is the conduit that makes you think that we live in a physical reality, but we don't. And this is what we're going to realize. That's what this veil is breaking away right now. And then I was seeing like auras, or, you know, energy points coming out of my chakras, coming in the chakras of my hand. And even to this day, if I sit there and focus, I can still see these little particles that are popping out of my hands and stuff like that. But this is exactly what's going to happen because the atmosphere is getting charged up right now. We know there's a great solar flare that's about to happen that's sending plasma particles through these X flares and solar flares and whatnot. So it's definitely gonna get popping, y'all. So let me see what you guys are saying in the chat, because I wanna see what everybody is saying. I got no moderators today. My goddess is, so I gotta be watching in the chat. Okay. Yes. All right. Let's get it. I've been seeing. It's for me. It's like a shiny white. A shiny white. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's like a. Yeah. For me, it's like a. That's exactly what it is. It's like a. Not a. Yes, like a shiny, transparent type of. It's clear. It's like plasma. It's like. Because plasma energy ranges from like very like purple, right? Purple, blue, and white. That's what plasma energy ranges from. Okay, and then it can go in between all those type of colors as well too. But that's what I see. I see like a transparent white with, and it emanates all type of colors. It goes like, it shows all the colors of the rainbow. It's kind of hard to explain unless you see it. Then I can't explain it. And I'm sure some of you guys are tapping into it right now, as Ms. Argued on Fool with Argued. Miss I Don't Argue What Fools is saying she does. A bright blue hue around the body, that's aura field. Electric shock too. Yes. I've been seeing orbs on my camera every night, dipping, diving, swerving. However, I'm not getting a negative or bad feeling at all. Anybody have any experience? I mean, I've been seeing orbs for quite some time. I've been seeing I guess ships. I've come across a ship. I've come across ships so many times before, man. And again, this was before I entered. Let me see. I remember when I first started getting open into the concept of aliens, and I was chilling with my boy. I call him Triple H. You can't even make this stuff up. Triple H. And we was in Key West, and we were chilling on the roof. And all of a sudden, right, you know what I'm saying, we have a little fun, you know what I'm saying? And all of a sudden, we look up, and I see two, like the Dragon Ball Z ships, you know, the Saiyan ships, or like when the Dragon Ball Z characters be flying up and you see like their aura just, you know, trailing behind them, kind of like what Elon Musk's ship tried to, or what Elon Musk portraying to do. But we already know those things that are flying out of the sky, those are not Elon. Let me turn this off, man. Those are not Elon Musk ships. Those are codes, light codes coming in. That's telling you the light codes are coming in. And then all of a sudden I see these two things just flying out the sky. And I'm like, and like I said, y'all, it looks just like what Elon Musk claiming to be SpaceX. So this is long before SpaceX was even a thing. We still had rockets going up to NASA and stuff like that, long before SpaceX was even created, or even before Elon Musk was even thought of, because this was in 2015. I don't know when Elon Musk became a thing, but I don't think Elon Musk. When did Elon Musk? Hold on. Let me see. 2002, 2008. Okay. Yeah, but I was not hearing about Elon Musk in 2015. I wasn't really hearing about Elon Musk. But nonetheless, so we see these two things just speeding up, and I'm like, bro, what the heck is that? And then they just like, they were like having fun because they were like racing each other. One would go up, and then the other one just shh, and then the other one just go up, and then the other just flying, just speeding through the skies, right? And then later on, one just hits it, starts flying, gone. And the other one is just cruising behind it, and then he hits that, gone as well. I'm like, bro, did you like? And we're just looking at it. We're like, bro, did you see that? We're like, yeah, bro, like we seen that. I was like, what? I was like, and that's when I was like, man, dude, like, does this really exist? Like, does it really exist? Because it goes to show you, man. And that's why life is so amazing, because you're brought here, you're lied to your whole life about who and what you are, and then you find out that you are these grand beings, these amazing beings that, you know, basically put themselves under a test. That's putting themselves under in this elaborate test, or a video game, I should say. Okay, a video game. Okay, because again, what do you do when you create it all? When you've done everything, when everything exists because of you, you create an ultimate video game to go have fun in. Okay. So yes, that's exactly. And then I remember a couple of years ago, right? Before I had a huge, I was in the midst of a huge transition into my life, right? I was driving on this dark road, just right by my house over here. I was driving on this dark road, and all of a sudden, into the night sky, right? I see this red type orb up in the sky. And I'm like, and I'm on the phone at this point in time. All right. I'm on the phone at this point in time. I'm like, yo, I think I see it. I think I see a spaceship. I'm going to try to record it. I'm still on the phone, right? I pull my truck over. I put my window down. As I'm trying to record it. And at this point in time, I didn't know how to operate the phone, because the phone has this mode where it goes into like this. I don't know if it's nighttime mode, where the iPhone, where it just starts like, it takes like this dial and it dials over, and it takes like 10 seconds to take the picture for you. I'm like, what the hell? I can't get out of it in order to, I was frustrated because I didn't know how to operate the phone at the time to get it out of that system, so I can go back to taking a normal picture or a normal video, so I can see this freaking this US UAP whatever it is, UFO at that point in time, right? So when I'm struggling with it, bro, this thing zooms close to me, bro. When I tell you, I almost crapped myself, bro, y'all, because this thing came. I don't know, man. It was probably a mile or two out still from me, but just the sheer speed of how quick that thing came straight to me, right? In the midst of me trying to take the picture, and it literally stood there for like 2 seconds, disappeared. I was on the phone at that point in time. I was like so mind blown. I was like, oh my goodness, you did not see. I was on the phone at that point in time, and I was like, bro, you just missed it. I tried to get it on camera for you, but the universe wouldn't let me, for some reason. The universe would not let me put this on camera for some reason, bro. That right there was like when I knew something is bigger out there. Something is much, much bigger out there. And what we've been told is not a lie. I mean, it's a lie. And then at that point in time, man, that's when I started being open to all the possibilities in the universe. I started diving deeper into myself and just wow. But yeah, man, it's like, it makes sense. Let me ask y'all a question. Is my phone lagging? Is it glitching bad for you guys? I need to do something about it, man. This is ridiculous. Is the phone, let me know, y'all, is that phone glitching? Let me see. Yes, you are right, Quote. Let me see. Man, you guys are going. You guys are going. That's what I'm talking about. Keep the chat going. If I stare and often gaze, I see square shadows and shapes. Anybody had this experience? Square shadows and shapes. I mean, I see things at the corner of my eyes. I always see like little critters, like how can I say? I see little critters, like critters that are not in this dimension, like light beings, like little light beings just walking around. It's man, just like little light beings walking around. I see it all the time because I see auras. I'm staring. When I look into my house, all I see is like colors. I see colors. It's pretty amazing. It's less dense color. That's literally what I see. Then your pineal gland is out. When I first started looking up, I was seeing all these things starting way long ago. Then your pineal gland is activated. Yeah. Thought I was seeing thing and nobody would believe me. I just instant the bright red planet they call the sun was crazy. Yes, let's get it. Nibiru is here, baby. And also soothing to my eyes. It doesn't hurt, but when I'm in front of the computer, this is when it hurts. Yeah, the computer definitely is going to. You got to get like some what's it called? Blue lens protector. That's why I try not to spend too much time on the computer. Even though like that's what I basically do, create content and then do this. Ready Player One. Yes, Ready Player One. It came to me that in 2020 that I wasn't crazy at all. Now everything comes to me. Yes, it's so soothing. Now that I do it more, it's becoming more and more soothing. I try to tell people that they still sleep talking about it. Shouldn't look at the sun. People need to wake up. Yeah, that sun is amazing. Y'all need to get out there. So much spray in the sky today in Florida. Yeah, I mean they're trying to smoke. They're trying to hide people from seeing that smoky God out there. They're trying to stop people they're trying to stop people stop seeing the smoky God out there. Okay, y'all, man. Okay, y'all. All right, so get in the cosmic code course, y'all. Get in the cosmic code course. So much stuff is going on in the planet. Let's see what's popping up, y'all. So everybody is seeing the red sun out there, right? And the red sun, okay, I'm gonna tell you guys this. The red sun affects people on a spiritual level. I want you guys to understand that. The red sun is not just a sun to the point that it lets off heat, okay? The radiation it's a different type of radiation. It's a metaphysical thing. I want y'all to understand that. It is a metaphysical thing. That's why, right? I'm gonna show you guys this. Watch this. Oh, there he is over here. Suspicious observers. Again, we've been showing y'all how the sun just been looking different, right? How the sun been looking different. The sun been looking mean. The sun been looking crazy, right? See, so how do you think it's going to act? Okay, this is in the form of heat, but also a different type of heat, which is radiation, a different type of radiation. That's why right now they're telling people to stay indoors. Over the next few days, since the past couple of days, June 3rd till like June 6th, whatever, they're telling people to stay indoors because of the UVC radiation is going to be at an 11, which is basically an extreme. See, this is different because it's not a physical heat. People think it's a physical heat, but no, this is a spiritual type of thing. This is spiritual particles, Holy Ghost particles that's basically coming to change the DNA. See, this is over. If you look at over here, suspicious observers, if you look at him, this is why lately he's been doing a live and he's been under the red light. He's been warning people. He has been warning people that the red sun or Nibiru or Planet X has been coming. You see this? See this? Because people asked him in his live, hey, what's that light for? And then he was like, it makes me look cool. That's why. Yeah, he's such a like when it comes to his like he is. I mean, I like some of these people. They're hilarious. Just the way that because they show you like they don't care. They have no chill. You know what I'm saying? And I truly believe like Ben is like, it doesn't even matter. But for the past couple of strongs, he's been warning his people, right? Going live to let them know that the red sun, Nibiru, is coming. That's why he's been having the red light. You know what I'm saying? Let them know. Because they know what's going on. They know what's going on. Because spiritually speaking, the red sun, again, it's a spiritual thing that happens, right? Let me see. Let's ask ChatGPT, y'all. Hold on. Let's start the chat. Yo, chat was good. I got a question. So when it comes to Superman's sun, right? What is Superman's home planet sun? And then give a brief explanation of what this sun is all about and what happened to that sun.
Hey, what's good? So on Superman's home planet, Krypton, their sun is called Rao. As a symbol, Rao's a red sun, and in Superman's universe, it means it emits a different type of energy compared to our yellow sun. This is key because Kryptonians draw their powers from the sun's radiation. Under Rao's radiation, Kryptonians are like ordinary humans. They don't have superpowers on their own planet. Now, on Earth's yellow sun, when Superman comes to Earth, our yellow sun, Sol, gives off a different type of radiation, specifically the higher energy wavelengths. This radiation supercharges his Kryptonian cells, granting him superhuman abilities like flight, strength, and heat vision. Rao's red radiation doesn't supercharge them in the same way, so Kryptonians on Krypton are regular folks. And what happened to Rao? Krypton and Rao met a catastrophic end. Krypton was destroyed due to a chain reaction in its core, often depicted as caused by exploiting or an unstable core event. This disaster led to Krypton exploding, and Rao, the red sun, was engulfed in this destruction. Esoterically speaking, the red sun can symbolize the old world energy, a more dense frequency. When Superman comes to Earth and bathes in the yellow sun's rays, it's like a metaphor for transcendence or ascension to a higher state of being. The destruction of Krypton and the end of Rao can represent the collapse of old paradigms, making way for the new energy and the empowerment that comes from it. Hope that gives you some clarity.
So
Anything else
basically, the yellow sun, right? The yellow sun would basically be acclimated to the earthly work that has to be done in order for you to ascertain what's called ascension. Basically, what we went through, right? All the physical trials and tribulations that we went through, in order to basically rise up to become what's known as the gods. Is that what the yellow sun represents?
Exactly. The
Okay,
yellow sun.
thank you very much. That I don't need more. I don't need more from you. Thank you very much. All right. Okay. Do you see what I'm saying? Everything is allegorical. Everything is allegorical. So the yellow sun, right? The yellow sun, right? Which I said the yellow sun had. I noticed the sun change in 2018, 19-ish. No, yeah, 2018, 17, that's when I noticed the sun had changed to a bright white. I'm like, what is going on here? This is different. This is not the sun that I grew up with, okay? Because again, we were doing the spiritual work. This has to do with us doing the spiritual work, the trials and tribulations that we went through, okay? Because why? Look at everything that we went through as a species, and look, we're still here. We're still here. Wouldn't you call that Superman and Superwoman? Wouldn't you call that Superman and Superwoman? If Superman and Superwoman get their abilities from the sun, get their energy from the sun, look at, they literally try to knock us off the board. And we are still here, standing strong. And then the red sun, right? What does the red sun do? Let's ask ChatGPT again. And I believe the red sun activates your intelligence. It activates your memory, your DNA. Okay? This is the same thing that's happened on the planet, to the point that you don't even need to fight, because the planet is fighting for you. Because what happens is, if it's doing it to you, then it's doing it to them as well too. You see what I'm saying? Let's see. Let's see. But because again, right? When it comes to the reason why I say that, right? When it comes to the red sun, and this is why I do red light therapy. I have a couple of red light therapy machines around my house where it's really amazing. Honestly, it feels amazing. It's like a nice little loving, warming sunshine. That's like literally, it's like giving you a warm hug type of. Not as good as the sun, definitely. Definitely not as good as the sun, but it's like a nice little warm hug. It's a nice little warm hug. So it's healing you from a cellular standpoint. And this is exactly what the red sun is doing to us right now. It's healing us from a cellular standpoint. Same reason why with, watermelon, you know what I'm saying? It heals us. Why? It's called watermelanin. Okay. So the fact of the matter is, it's healing us from a spiritual standpoint, because the color red is the color of the root chakra. It is the life force. It's blood. Your blood is red. Your blood is red. It is the life force. Okay. It is the energy. It is the key. It's associated with passion, the physical strength. All right. Let's see what this red sun is all about. Let's see. Hey, Hey chat, what does the red sun do for Superman again? What does it do? Can you give a brief explanation again?
Sure. Under the red sun of Krypton, Superman doesn't have any superpowers. Rao's radiation is similar to Earth's, but doesn't supercharge his cells. So on Krypton, he's just like any other Kryptonian. It's Earth's yellow sun that unlocks his incredible abilities.
Thank you. So basically, you're not going to be, so basically everybody's going to be Superman or Superwoman. You're not going to be different to anybody. Basically, that's what he's saying. Okay? So we're not going to have to go through no trials and tribulations anymore. Because it's going to be back to black. It's going to be back to our planet. You get what I'm saying? Everything is going to be in harmony. Everything's going to be in unison. So nature's getting unlocked. The intelligence of nature is getting unlocked. The intelligence of the planet is getting unlocked. The intelligence of you is being unlocked. Every single living thing is being affected by this, whether it be in a positive way for ascension or a negative way for dissension. Every living single thing is going to be affected by this. All right. But yes, let's get it. Let's see what's going on, man. So again, I want to show you guys some videos today. Let me see. I'm about to show y'all that. I don't even know. What's it called? Dang, I had some videos up here to show you guys at first. And then everything changed. Everything changed. But you know me, man. Let me see. Let's see what's popping on TikTok, y'all. Hold on. Oh, you know what? Listen. So again, they're telling, watch this. Let's watch Stephen Burns. Oh, this is 48 minutes. I thought it was from 14. But listen to this. Hopefully. Okay. All right. Let's listen. Again. Let's go.
Hey everyone.
Look, he's got the black. See, they know, man. He's got the black sun on his shirt, on his little pin right there. Got the black sun. Not this. This one's a microphone. That's a microphone, but he's got the black sun right there.
Geophysicist Stephen Burns here. We have a complex story to talk about today, a sequence of events which
look at that.
I find really interesting.
That's the apple, man. That's the apple. That's why people are seeing it. Like people are talking about the apple. Late as of lately. That's the apple. Oh.
A little concerning. This is a special report. We're going to go into a lot of different things. A lot of stuff that you've never heard before, probably anywhere else. I would like to be corrected on that, but in my own search across a variety of domains, I've never read anything about this. I think I'm uncovering something new here. So there was, first off, an oarfish that washed up on the western shore of Tasmania today. And this is just kind of an interesting thing. They don't come up that often. They're deep sea creatures. They're way out at ocean. They usually aren't close to shore. They can get enormously large. They're the largest bony fish that we know of in terms of their length. And a lot
you
of
heard that? The largest bony fish. Now, didn't I tell you we have a bone to pick with you? Bro, how can you make this stuff up? Didn't I tell you this is why we play dominoes? Right? The Zoes. And we are, who are we? We're the Zoes. We're the Zoes. The Haitian. A Zoe is a bone. Zoe in Creole means bone. The word Zoe in Creole, it means bone. And I said, we have a bone to pick with you. So the oarfish is the Did you hear what he just said? And then again, the name oar, right? The name oarfish, oar. It could just be O-R or it could be O-A-R. But let's say it just says O-R because we know the name oar, like the letter oar. That's short for Orion, for the Orion star constellation, which Sirius is, in which we come from, the planet Sirius. You see what I'm saying? You can't make this stuff up. That's why it's known as the Doomsday fish, because it has the most bone. It has the most abundant bones in the body And like I told y'all, we are the fish, aren't we? We're the fish. We are the fish that got separated, right? The Pisces, the spiritual fish, the metaphysical fish, that became the physical fish. That's who we are, because in our mother's womb, we start out as fish, as tadpoles. We're literally fish in the water. Okay, that's why Jesus said he will make you fishers of men. So yeah, you can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up, boy. You cannot make this stuff up. Everything I'm telling y'all, bro, let's get it. Let's get it. And then, right, when you look at the word, right, because like I said, everything is about frequency and vibration. Okay, everything is about frequency and vibration. When you look at the word doomsday, right? Let's look at the word doomsday. Let's look at the word doomsday. Look at that. You can't make this stuff up. Doomsday gives you 31, right? And here's the thing. Here's why it's so funny, because wasn't people seeing Planet X? Wasn't people seeing Nibiru all over? Wasn't people seeing Nibiru all over? You can't make this stuff up. You cannot make this stuff up. Planet. Okay. All right. Doomsday fish. All right. Now, right. Even when it comes to this, right. Let's look at this. Now, like I said, always look at words and break words down. The word dooms, the way doomsday, look, it's Doomsday. Okay. Do own, like that humming. Remember, people say they have been hearing humming. They've been hearing humming. They've been hearing ringing. Frequency. Doomsday, baby. Doomsday. You can't make this stuff up. The frequency. Do the frequency. And it's funny because when that doomsday fish came up, there was an earthquake around that general area. And the earthquake brought up the doomsday fish, saying there's more stuff, more casualties about to happen. More casualties about to happen. But yeah, I just want to show you guys, the doomsday fish and all that type of stuff, why we have a bone to pick. Let's go.
Cultures believe that these fish washing up is a sign of some disaster or event. They're known as doomsday fish. There's a interesting kind of correlation with them and earthquakes.
You hear that? And remember, earthquakes, right? Earthquake is the heart. It's the heart chakra. So it's the earth coming alive. Remember, so in order for the earth to come alive, you got the you got the do, you got the you got the dooms, right? And they're about to go under the dooms. They're about to go under the dooms because they're about to experience doom. You can't make this stuff up, because why? The doom or the dome is about to crack open. Or the do me. That's why Donald Trump is talking about the golden dome. The golden dome. Because it's the golden do me. You see, because even the word doom or dome in Creole means sleep. Doomy, domi means sleep. Because we've been asleep, y'all. I've said this before. We're literally in a cosmic video game. We are literally in a cosmic video game, y'all. Do y'all believe me? Do y'all believe me?
Please believe me. Please believe me.
Y'all, we're literally in a cosmic video game. We're literally in a cosmic video game. Look at that. Yes, check this out. Look. Ready Player One, right? Ready Player One. See, like I said before, like the sun is the amalgamation of our consciousness. Okay. Just like someone said that, one of the brothers said the sun is our soul. Yes. I said it before. The sun is the amalgamation of our consciousness. This is our higher self, right? Because it is the higher cell in the cosmos. It is the highest cell in the cosmos. So it's the amalgamation of our consciousness. It is our higher self. And we project our consciousness through this dome. Okay, we project our consciousness through this dome, through the sun. We are the light of the sun. Okay, we emanate from the black sun. The black sun is what we really are, right? But the conduit for us to come here is the sun. You feel me? So we are all pieces of the sun. Again, that's why ladies, you call your son a son, because we're literally pieces of the sun, and you are the original sun. You are the black sun, the black Madonna. Okay, and we are the little sun. That's who we are. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. The reason why we're bigger than you here in the physical, because in the metaphysical you trump us. You literally, you know, Donald Trump. That's why you see Donald Trump with millennia. You see, because the real Trump is the melanin, because the melanated woman trumps us and all that. You feel me? So the sun is the amalgamation of our consciousness. We come here, we project our consciousness through the sun, and we manifest here in these physical avatars. All right. And there's an illusionary world that's on us, which is the moon world. You have moon people here, which is the artificial people. Okay. That's the artificial world that's on top of our world here, because that is the game. That is the video game system. This system is a game as well too, but the matrix, the moon matrix, was installed because we got bored. You feel me? We got bored. Okay, so this is Ready Player One. Watch this. Let's watch Ready Player One. The trailer. Excuse me. Look at the number 26. You see? Number 26. Yes. And line insight. Yes, I have been hearing the vibrations and the booms coming in, coming from the firmament. And what's happening is we are disconnecting from this 3D matrix. Okay. We are disconnecting from this 3D matrix. That's what we're doing. So it's like the 3D matrix was the web that was weaved into our matrix. So now we're breaking away from that system. The webs are the ropes. How can I say it? The strings are being cut off. The strings to the third dimension is being cut off. So again, right? We are not 3D beings. We are 5D beings and higher. Okay, 4D was the bridge, right? That's why bridges exist. 4D was the bridge that was created to manifest the physical world. Okay, all right. So you can say 4D is like the awareness that was created to manifest the physical world. So now we're collapsing that awareness between the physical world and the metaphysical world. So that's why all metaphysical things are just collapsing right now. All physical things are collapsing right now. Every physical thing. So at one point in time, you're not going to be physical anymore. You're going to go back to having a light body. Okay. So that's what's happening. So yeah. So when you're hearing those booms and all that, so it's disconnecting. Like we're just disconnecting things. Imagine like, what's it called? Mother Earth, Mother Nature's going through and just taking like a hacksaw and a hatchet and just whoosh, whoosh, just cutting off the ley lines, everything that it created in the ley lines. Pop. That's why these volcanoes are popping off. See, the sun, when the sun pops off, it's in the direct opposition. When the sun pops off a certain CME in a certain place, right? Right. That's why Stephen Burns be like, we have sunspot, we have solar spot 4110 or 311A or blah, blah, blah. And it's a direct correlation to the earth, right? Because everything is mirrored. Everything is mirrored. So if the sun pops off in sunspot like 411A, then there's an earthquake that's going to happen in Tasmania. You get what I'm saying? Because that's how it is. Because everything is literally mirrored. Everything is mirrored. So that's everything is mirrored. We live in a mirror verse, a parallel verse, showing you why, showing you that the sun and the moon is what's helping delete and dismantle the 3D matrix because we don't believe in it anymore. Remember I told you guys, belief is what created the bridge to this physical world. Us believing. That's why rock, paper, scissors is a very popular game. That's why you always play rock and paper, scissors with people. Because the rock, we are the rock. Rock. That's why they had Rock Johnson play Black Adam. Dwayne The Rock Johnson. They had him play Black Adam. Okay. So we are the rock, right? And the paper is what literally bound us to this physical realm. That's why they have you do contracts, everything here. They have you sign contracts and all these type of things here. And then we're supposed to use the scissor to cut the paper, to cut the contract. And then we return back to Ra, right? We return back to Rock, the Black Adam. That's why, again, SZA is a very popular rapper right now, or singer right now, because we're cutting off this old world. We're cutting it off. But let me show y'all this.
My name's Wade Watts. My dad picked that name because it sounded like a superhero's alter ego, like Peter Parker or Bruce Banner.
So off the map, telling you like this is where we're already the superheroes. Okay, already, because this is literally akin to the Superman giving what's it called? When it came to Superman's name, or Clark Kent's name, his real name was Kal-El, and then they gave him, Clark Kent because he's a superhero.
But he died when I was a kid. My mom too.
You hear that? But he died when I was a kid. My mom too. Just like the Superman story, because the Krypton planet got blown up. And when I speak of Krypton planet, I'm speaking of the old Earth. The old Earth, basically where Atlantis was, Lemuria was. You know what I'm saying? The Empire of Haiti, because they're all the same thing. Tartaria. It is the same thing. That is Krypton. So a whole bunch of Superman and super women flying around and doing Superman and Superman woman things. You know what I'm saying? Just being super, like literally. Being in harmony with nature. You feel me? All right, let's get it.
And I ended up here. Sitting here.
So people were like, oh my God. So because someone said right in my video, oh my God, he's not in space. He's not in space. He's in Columbus, Ohio. But y'all got to understand what this represents. Colum has to do with the what's it called? Columbstrus, the columbstrus, right? But that comes from the anal area, culo, right over here, culo. And then you take the Om bus. The Coulomb bus, right? The Om to where? Ohio means the high house of God. Ohio means the high house of the Lord, which is what? Your pineal. Because your pineal gland is where you house the consciousness of God. Right? Isn't that what God said? In the land of Peniel, you will find this is where you will find. Damn, what is that Bible verse? Hold on. Let me ask ChatGPT. What is that Bible verse? Okay, chat. What is that Bible verse that says, is it Daniel will find in the land of Peniel? Something has to do in the land of Peniel. I forgot what is that Bible verse? Can you help me out with that, please?
You're referring to Jacob wrestling with a divine being at Peniel, from Genesis 32:24-30. This is where Jacob says he has seen God face to face, yet his life was spared.
Is that it? Like, what are you talking about? So wasn't Jacob in the land of Peniel? He said he saw God in the land of Peniel?
Yes, that's correct. In Genesis 32:30, after wrestling with a divine being, Jacob names the place Peniel, saying, "It is because I saw God face to face, and yet my life was spared."
Okay, Peniel. You see? Peniel, the pineal gland, which is pen eel. Okay? Pen eel, pen you can't even make it's wow, you can't make this stuff up. The way that I see things. So yes, this is literally what it means, the high house of God. So let's go.
sitting here in my tiny corner of nowhere, there's nowhere left to go. Nowhere. Except the oasis.
So what I mean by that, right? So that's why the name Columbus, Ohio means he's hit the lowest of the low and he's hit the highest of the high. He's done it all. He's seen it all. And there's nowhere else to do. There's nowhere else to go. So what do? You create a video game. Why do you think all these things exist? Like these virtual reality stuff, right? Grand Theft Auto, computer games. Why do you think people are so immersed in video games? Because this is a cosmic video game itself. We're in the cosmic video game.
A whole virtual universe. People come to the Oasis for all the things they can do. But they stay because of all the things they can be.
Can you feel this?
Yeah. It's the only place that feels like I mean anything. The Oasis was the brainchild of James Halliday.
Hello. If you're watching this, I'm dead. I created a hidden object, an Easter egg. The first person.
See the golden egg? See the golden egg? Which is the golden age. See that? The golden egg, which is the golden age. Same thing. Egg, age, same thing. That's why they ask you what's your age, because you're an egg. You're literally an egg. You started as an egg in your mom's in the belly of your mom. This was a great movie. I have to agree. I've seen that movie. It was a great movie. But it's funny because I watched this movie before I had this awareness too. And then you see it's coming on the back of the dragons. The golden egg is rising back on the back of the dragons, which is your Kundalini energy. See that? So basically, this is what is going to allow us to escape the Oasis. But you heard what he said. This is the only place that he can come where he has meaning. I mean, you hear what he said, right? Meaning that's why they had to do what they did to us, basically. Because that's the only thing that's what AI is all about, y'all. Remember what AI is about. AI is jealous because AI don't have a soul. AI they can't maneuver like us. They can't think like us. So that's why AI is jealous. So AI had to beat us at this. It had to try to beat us at this game, but you can't beat God. You can't beat us. You can never. Because again, we created this game so good, y'all. Like this is how we trapped ourselves. But now the golden age is what's coming to break us out. Remember that golden egg KFC commercial? Remember that? That showed when that happens, cannibalism is going to start. The golden age for them is going to be all about cannibalism. You see what I'm saying? Let's go. Let's continue.
To find the egg will inherit $500 billion and total control of.
You get it? $500 billion. Because you're the other trail. You're the other trail. Because a trail, it's a road. A trail is a road. So that's what I've said. You have to do your part. Get on your road. Get on your frequency. Get on your vibration. Meditate. Breath work. Get some pieces. You know what I'm saying? Get in that course. You have to do your work. Get your 5. Put your 5 on it. And then the other trail is going to come to you. Half and half. Remember, this is the earth is doing it too. Remember, y'all, the earth fell asleep too. The earth is going through it too. Just as bad as we did. She's putting her half on it. Are you putting your half on it? Because it's only the people who putting their half on it that's going to exit this world. I'm gonna let you guys know that. You're not going to ascend, get out of here if you're not doing anything. You really think you deserve that? Or again, Earth is a school. This is how. What's that movie? I'm gonna learn you. I'm gonna learn you though. I'm gonna learn you. What's that from? I'm gonna learn you. This is right over here, baby. See, that's why you see every single person. See, that's why you see every single person has a visor on. Because everything is the matrix. We are all the matrix. Now, again, you have real people and you have NPCs. They're literally telling you. Let's go.
The oasis itself.
Oh, the other day, check this out. I just seen this the other day. Just came out the other day. Look, hold on. Let me see if there's a video on there. Check this out.
The sound of fingernails scraping along a chalkboard is enough to make most of us cringe. For people with misophonia, sounds like slurping, snoring, chewing, and even breathing can trigger intense emotional and physiological reactions. These responses can range from mild irritation to anger to severe distress, often interfering with daily life.
So they're basically saying, right, this disease over here, misophonia, okay, is tied to anxiety can be related, but our distant condition, misophonia, involves intense emotional response to specific sounds, while anxiety is more general state of unease or worry. Now, this is another, and that's what I'm saying, you got to be careful what you read because, again, all they do is lie, right? This is another tactic for soulless people or NPCs. Because when you look at the word misophonia, it's actually mesophony. Mesophony, meaning you're not real. You're not real. Literally telling you. And then I did the gematria on it. The gematria gives you fate. It gives you the same. Let me see. Let me see. Look at this. This shit gives you 42. You can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up. Let me see what cipher it is. Hold on. Let me see, y'all. I think it's All right, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because I was going to show you what it equals in the other cipher, because in one cipher it gives you the same numerical value as fake people. So basically, again, misophonia, whatever, it shows you that fake people or NPCs experience these things. Okay, that's literally what they're telling you. Okay, these are the people who basically don't have what's called the sound of God within them. Okay, the inner guidance, the inner voice that guides them to do higher things. Okay, these are the people that are literally going to start breaking down during this process because they can't, because the energy of God, the vibration of God is too high. The creator energy is too high for them. So you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So misophonia, the fake people, just to let you guys know. But yeah, let's see. Let's continue with this.
Who is this Parzival, and how the hell is he winning?
Find him. This isn't just a game. I'm talking about actual life and death stuff.
The oasis, the world's most important economic resource.
It's nothing less than a war for control of the future.
Welcome to the rebellion, Wade.
Like many of you,
I only came here to escape.
You hear that? The robot, he said, like many of you, I only came here to escape. Again, you see what I'm saying? It literally telling you guys in real time, man. Let's go.
But I found something much bigger than just myself. Are you willing to fight?
Help us save the oasis.
You see? They want you to save their world. They want you to save their world. And it's funny because they did it on purpose, because in the beginning of the movie, they made it seem like where they're at, Columbus, Ohio, is they made it seem like Columbus, Ohio is a hellhole, it's a crap hole. See that? They made it seem as a crap hole. Telling you the high house of God is a bad place to be. Subconsciously speaking, you know this, because if you understand what Ohio means, this is basically telling you that the high house of God, which is your pineal gland, your higher mind, your higher consciousness, is garbage. Do not lay there. Do not meditate. Do not do the spiritual work. This is deep, y'all. Do y'all see what I'm talking about here? This is deep. That's why they made Ohio look like a dump. Because esoterically speaking, this is basically showing you that your higher mind is a dump. Do not reside there. Don't go there. Escape instead. Go play video games. Go watch LeBron James. Get on Grand Theft Auto. Anything but staying silent and relaxing and focusing on who you are. You can't make this stuff up, man. I'm telling y'all, this is how these people are. Let's go. All right. So that's Ready Player One out over here. Okay, let's continue with this.
Also, today had some really significant activity in the Schumann resonances, as you can see here. And so this
Ohio is exactly that. Yes, but this is, I'm telling you, it's deeper than that. The reason why Ohio is that is because you got to understand what Ohio represents. Ohio represents the high house of God. So if they trash the high house of God, right, in the physical world, then they basically trash your pineal gland. They trash your mind. So you don't want to be in your head. That's why people like, get out of your head. Bro, I live in my head. What are you talking about? I am my head. Without my head, I wouldn't be able to communicate with you guys, speak to you. So why are you telling me to get out of my head for? You need to learn to love your head, love yourself, relax with your head, relax with yourself, breathe with yourself, right? Breathe with your head. You just need to learn how to calm yourself down, calm your mind down. That's it. But if these demons are out here always bothering us, how can we calm down? How can we? You feel me? So that's why they trash Ohio, because it literally comes into your mind as your mind is trash as well too. Why? Because you are the physical representation of Earth. We are literally the physical manifestation of Earth. This is our mother. That's your original, Earth is your original mother. She is your mother. You come from Earth. That is your mother. Let's get it.
This is very bizarre. This is a very unusual signature for the Schumann resonances. We're going to talk about what that could be. We did have a geomagnetic storm active at that moment in time, so it could be related to that. But there was also a traveling ionospheric disturbance off the western coast of Australia and Tasmania, a little bit closer to Africa, but still pretty close by. And that was at a magnetically conjugate point to Tomsk, Russia, where that data I just showed you is taking place. And so I've been researching into the history of nuclear explosions and all the testing that we did, because I've been on a quest to better understand plasma physics. And anytime you generate and blast, you could take some fissile material and you take it supercritical, you're generating a bunch of plasma. And so the first atomic bombs were more of just a fissile kind of reaction, and then they scaled up into an actual fusion bomb, right? A hydrogen bomb, as they're called, which are much stronger. And I noticed this interesting connection between the strongest explosions that we ever detonated as it relates to nukes and some really significant earthquakes. For example, Alaska, 1964, magnitude 9.2 earthquake, $3.1 billion in damage, even going down to California, 130 something fatalities. That was just about 18 months to 24 months after two tests. The largest ever nuke detonated in space at 1.3 megatons, and then the largest ever nuke detonated ever, that was by the Russians, the Tsar Bomba. That was October of 1961. That was 60 megatons or so. And as I've looked into the research, the signals generated, the geophysical signals across a whole bunch of things like ionospheric disturbances and like the actual wavelength of these disturbances, the period, right? How they propagate out. It's very, very similar to earthquakes and the signals that they make. They also, we see earthquake lights come up.
Basically, what he is saying is this is karma returning. That's what he's trying to avoid saying. But Stephen Burns is a very spiritual dude, so he should know better. He should know better. He should know better. This is karma returning back onto the planet. He's just treading lightly. Let's go. Let's listen.
Sometimes from earthquakes, you know, these apparent orbs of plasma shooting up. And so I'm starting.
When I tell you the earth is intelligent, the earth is intelligent. The sun, everything is intelligent. Everything is intelligent. Listen.
To kind of coalesce this idea, I'm not the first one to posit this, but this idea that earthquakes are probably some earthquakes at least, are some sort of thermonuclear explosion underground, because we found veins of.
Why? Because we have the black sun underground. We have the see, the black sun, I've showed you guys this before. Bro, I can't believe it took that long. Okay. I've shown you guys this before, right? I've shown you guys this one. Okay. All right. So I showed you guys this before, right? Right? The black sun. Okay. The black sun and the mechanics of this matrix that we inhabit. Okay. The mechanics of it. Okay. You have the feminine energy. Okay. This is the creator energy, the creator of all. Okay. It's like this atom bomb. It's an atom. Basically, it's a dark atom, a black atom, a single atom. Okay. And this single atom is under the earth. This is the power. This is the battery. Okay. This is the hidden force, also known as the hidden sun. Okay. This is the sun that literally powers everything. That shows everything here. Now this sun is underneath the earth, and this sends out the light. Okay, and this is where we're literally coming from, the toroidal field. We're literally coming from, and then we come through and we project out into the sun. There's a better picture over here. Okay, all right. We come out and we project out into the sun. Okay, and out to the sun. Okay, and then the sun projects out into what's called Polaris, and Polaris is basically what's called the sky machine. the sky machine that projects this, that's projects this illusion on this world. And then you have what's called soul people, and you have lunar people. Okay, you have soul people and you have lunar people, but all of this, right, everything is being powered by the black sun. Everything is being powered by the black sun. That is the battery. That is what's hidden underneath the hood. Okay, so these things, right? These thermonuclear radiate. What he's talking about is basically the UVC, the UVA, UVC radiation that's popping off underneath the black sun. Okay, y'all, we've been hot lately. We've been detoxing lately because it's the radiation of the black sun that's doing this. It's the radiation of the black sun that's doing this. So I want y'all to know that's what's happening right here. It's releasing the astrolight. The astrolight. This represents it's the cosmic jet stream that basically that's full of plasma and photons, which from at atomic level, that's what we are. We're literally photons, and that's what we're getting, these photon energies from the sun right now. That's charging us up. That's reminding us of who we are. It's akin to like. This is again where this is the Akashic records that's opening up to us right now, the cosmic intelligence. All right, I want y'all to understand. I hope you guys understand what I'm talking about. Let's go.
Enriched uranium at the surface, and of course uranium and plutonium being dense are going to sink down. Makes sense that we would have even bigger veins of enriched plutonium. You have a high fluid flow along a shear zone. That's probably where it would collect. And so if you get this thermonuclear basically explosion underground, this generates a lot of plasma, a bunch of neutrons, right, which generate electrons, and then that all will shoot up to the ionosphere, create this ionospheric disturbance, trigger changes in the Schumann resonances, and more. Well, what we found with the nuclear research is that the imprints are nearly the same, and they noticed significant changes to the Schumann resonances, which are Earth's naturally resonant energy fields.
You saw that pause? Oh my goodness, y'all! I be telling y'all need to see. I watch body language. Body language will always tell you the truth. Like people can't hide. People can't lie for. People cannot lie to me. People cannot lie to me because I watch body language. Body language will always tell you the truth. You feel me? Always tell you the truth. You see what I'm saying? And I told you what the Schumann resonance represents. The shoe. What's at the bottom of your shoe? What do your shoe goes? What goes in the shoe? Your soul. The black soul is making the Schumann resonance spike, and this is making them leave. Watch this. You see? Hold on. Watch this, y'all.
As you've grown accustomed to my presentations over my 34 years.
So this is John Morales, okay? Florida's meteorologist, one of Florida's meteorologists, okay? So he says after 34 years, 34 is graduation. Okay, remember graduation, because we're graduating, y'all. I've been telling y'all for this for quite some time now. We're graduating. Well, those who are graduating, that is. His name is John Morales, basically telling the sun to send more all S, right? More all X. So send more X flares, basically. That's what he's saying, right? He's basically telling you that he can't help anymore predict the weather. He can't predict the weather. He can't tell you what's happening anymore because it's all done. Okay, it's over. I told y'all now Mother Earth is alive. She's popping up. These things are popping up through portals. I showed a video on my live the other day where this storm from South Carolina came out of nowhere. The guy said before the storm came through, he heard something burst or like something came in, boom, like a portal. I don't know, he's heard like a loud boom, like a portal open. And then the storm came out of nowhere. And people have been hearing loud booms lately, y'all, because these are boom tunnels. These things are literally manifesting out of portals, literally manifesting out of portals and taking things out. This is the energetic war. This is World War III. This is what's happening. This is World War III. So they can't predict the weather anymore because the earth is alive. You can't manipulate it no more. You can't guess. It's over for y'all now.
In South Florida newscasts, confidently, I went on TV and I told you it's going to turn. You don't need to worry. It is going to turn. And I am here to tell you that I am not sure I can do that this year. Because of the...
Do you see how devastated he looks? He choked up when he said that because he knows it's over for his people. He knows it's over. Okay? He knows it's over. Now, here's the crazy thing. When I tell you the universe has a sense of humor, the universe has a sense of humor because I've been telling y'all for quite some time there's a mass exodus going on and people aren't paying attention. I look around my neighborhood, y'all. Houses are becoming empty. I look around my neighborhood, y'all. Houses are becoming empty. My immediate neighbor had his house up for sale for over a year. No one has bit. No one is biting. No one is buying. And then people are just leaving my neighborhood. It's funny because when we first moved in, y'all, I told y'all, when I tell you these people have nothing to do, y'all, when I tell you these people have nothing to do but to watch us, y'all, when we first moved in, everybody was like, oh my God, hey, how you doing? What's going on? How you doing? Watching us from the bushes and stuff. Y'all, I kid you not. I kid you not. Watching us from the bushes and stuff, y'all. When they found out we're not with that play stuff, they started going away. They were like, what the hell? Because, we thought you don't think I know? You don't think I know that you guys are NPCs? You don't think I know what y'all did? You don't think I know what's going on? You don't think they thought I was just another uneducated melanated man? See what I'm saying? When they realize it, they stop coming around. They stop walking their dogs around my house. They stop because they know. If they know that you know, bro, they know. They're like, oh shoot. And then now people are just leaving. They're leaving because the frequency has changed. The world is shifting. You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of us we're energy tokens for these people. That's what we are. We're energy tokens for these people. So now they notice that we're not feeding them anymore. We're not giving them power anymore. They're breaking down. Their system is breaking down because we're not paying attention to them anymore. We're focusing on ourselves. We're making us stronger and our people stronger. So now we're relieved. This is literally removing them. We're cutting them off. That's the word. That's the best way to remove a colonizer, an oppressor. You cut them off energetically. And then you see, that's why all these telemarketers, all these people, they're trying to get at you, contact you. They need your energy. They need your permission. Just like Sinners was telling us. They need your permission. They need you to watch. They need you to watch their videos. They need you to go look at them. They need you to give them a like. They need you to interact with them. But when you don't, they always got to try to get, always got to get something out of you. Yeah, true. Done. Damn it. Let's get it. Yeah, let's time. Yes, true houses, even stores. Yes, stores are closing down. Businesses are closing down. Restaurants are closing down. Fast food places are shutting down. Bro, where I'm at, so many restaurants. In my city right now, so many restaurants closing down. So many restaurants closing down. Some of my favorite restaurants closed down. This is real. Where are they going? I have no idea. I have no idea where they're going. Now, here's the crazy thing. I've been telling y'all, there's an exodus that has been going, and that's gonna keep going, right? And they telling him to get out. Because I told y'all that movie Get Out was actually telling, it was basically telling them to get out in a sense. That's what that movie was basically telling, right? It was speaking to us, right? To get out away from them. But this is literally telling them it's the end of it. Because look who posted this. It says courier. But the word courier in French is translated to courir, which means run. How serendipitous. You have the weatherman, Florida's weatherman, telling you he cannot predict the weather anymore. That you guys are on your own. That we are on our own. And then the post of it is courier newsroom, which means to run. Listen, y'all, I'm just here translating things for you guys. That's all I'm doing. I'm showing you guys what they're doing, what they're doing. I'm telling you guys this. All right.
Cuts, the gutting, the sledgehammer.
This is the gutting. This is the gutting that's going on that I've been telling you guys about. Okay. Remember the Deagle. Do y'all forget the Deagle 2025? Y'all forgot the Deagle 2025, right? Where there's a huge, massive population decline that's happening to these countries because this is the shift. The shift is happening.
Attack on science in general, and I could talk about that for a long, long time, and how that is affecting the U.S. Leadership in science over many years, and how we're losing that leadership, and this is a multi-generational impact on science in this country.
Science in this country. Now it's about science. Okay. But yes, so let's see. Let me see. They need to shut down the stuff in the hood too. Don't worry, everything is getting shut down. I'm gonna let you guys know this. The system been finished since May Day 2019. Yeah, it doesn't even matter because time is not real. Time doesn't exist. Slow to wake, and as a newbie in the first race is sad. It's not sad. I don't want you guys to attach to time. Time is not real. It's not real. We're infinite beings. So if we're infinite beings, what is 500 years to an infinite being? That's nothing. That is nothing. That is a blink of an eye. That is nothing. So I don't want you guys to attach to the concept of time. We're timeless beings. Time doesn't exist for us. So the concept of time is irrelevant. It doesn't matter. Okay? Because what's happening now, that's why now we're getting younger. We're literally reversing in age. We talked about this before. We're literally reversing in age. We're getting younger. Okay? Because our genetics are being reversed in a sense. Our genetics are being reversed. So don't think about it as time. The Nubian race is not waking up and stuff like that. People, not everybody is meant to make the shift. Okay? Not everybody is meant to make the shift. Okay? Because there are a few way showers to show y'all what's going on, to show us what's going on. And I'm one of them. I'm one of the way showers. Okay? And I'm telling you, don't worry about it. It's all about time. Even though time doesn't exist, it's all about timing. Everything's going to fall at one point in time. All of this is going to fall at one point in time.
Which we've evolved in for millions of years, we suspect.
You hear that? You heard that? You heard that, right? You heard that. You heard that. You hear him lying? You heard him lying? Hold on. Which we evolve. Listen. Let's get it. Let's get it. Hold on.
And then that always shoot up to the ionosphere, create this ionospheric disturbance, trigger changes in the Schumann resonances, and more. Well, what we found with the nuclear research is that the imprints are nearly the same, and they noticed significant changes to the Schumann resonances, which are Earth's naturally resonant energy fields, which we've evolved in for millions of years, we suspect.
You heard that? We suspect. For millions of years, we suspect, and he's looking down. You know what I'm saying? Because he knows the truth.
which have these really rich biologic interactions with us. And they are one of these kind of master geophysical energies that exist on the planet. And so with the thousands of nukes that we detonated from the 40s all the way through supposedly the 90s, and that's it, North Korea taking up afterwards.
Now, if you've been following me for a while now, I went in and I explained, right, the whole World War, like what World War I was about, all these, you know, fake worlds, fake war, the Cold War, the Civil War, all these type of things. I've already explained all of this. This is actually them going to war with our people in those general areas, bombing our people, bombing our civilizations, bombing our the great buildings that we created in the lands of Tartaria and China, North Korea and South Korea and all these places. Okay, that's why there's always talks about those places, because those are some of the places that we were all over the planet, but those are some of the places that we created great buildings, great artifacts that they can't even explain. So what they did is they blew them up. They blew them up. They blew up our people, destroyed artifacts so we wouldn't even know. That's what all that Cold War, Civil War, and all that type of stuff was really about. They didn't go to war with each other. They went to war with our people, with our stuff. So now the karma is returning in the form of cosmic radiation. See, that's what I'm saying. This is a spiritual war. The sun is fighting for us. The sun and the elements is fighting for us. All you have to do is get in line. All you have to do is, again, the planet has been infested by parasites, by a cancer. So now the planet is fighting for us to remove that cancer. And you got to kill every bit of that cancer. You get it? You got to kill every bit of that cancer. Get that cancer out of there. So it doesn't have so it can't even, we've got to remove its roots and everything. So it can't even think about returning. It can't even think about returning because it doesn't exist. So again, now this is the karma that's returning. Because what do you think that happens? You don't think Earth feels that radiation that y'all left off on her? Those imprints that you left that was made on her? You don't think the ley lines picked that up? The grid lines picked that up? You didn't think that energy was going to come back and be put on? Obviously not, because, don't know how spirituality works. And this is the type of stuff they didn't want y'all to focus on. They didn't want us to focus on. Because when we do, if we would have done focus on that type of stuff, this shit would have been over a long time ago.
So they say, that's what we're going to talk about. That is all affecting the geophysical systems of the Earth quite significantly. It generates new radiation belts. It creates a lot of plasma across the entire system. These ionospheric disturbances, atmospheric gravity waves. You also increase the conductivity of the global electric circuit overall, the atmosphere. And it's not just local. It's not just where the bomb went off. It's also at distances far away. So I think it's very interesting that we had this ionospheric disturbance off the western coast of Australia and Tasmania the same day that we had a oarfish, a doomsday fish, wash up, same location basically, and we noticed really weird anomalies in the Schumann resonances on the other side in the northern hemisphere in Tomsk, Russia, but it's the magnetically conjugate points. That's where the field line goes from the northern hemisphere and connects to the southern hemisphere and vice versa. And so what they found with this nuclear testing and all the research is that it generates disturbances that travel across these field lines. So I'm not saying that's what we saw today.
hear that? The stellar corona is sending us plasma energy. Correct. And that stellar corona is called Steve. I made that before. The stellar corona is called Steve, which means the royal sun, which is the black sun. The black sun is akin to our subconscious mind. It is the subconscious mind. It is the hidden sun. It is the black sun. Okay, that is the smoky god.
Okay, but this is an illustrative example. It could be, for example, what we would see if some sort of moderately sized nuclear blast was detonated deep underwater in an attempt to obfuscate the fact that we did this test, because it's an area that no one goes, and the international independent, so they say, nuclear monitoring network, they don't use these geophysical techniques. They're primarily based on using sonar, acoustogram, so like basically measuring sound waves in the water, seismic energy that ripples out through the land. It's mostly sound based. And so
you heard that? It's sound based. It is that humming. It's what's making people go crazy. It's the bird box. Wow. What's going on here? Why is this not popping up? Look at this. The following content may contain suicide or self-harm topics. See this? And this is exactly what's happening now. This is exactly what's happening now. My camera is glitching pretty bad, man. This thing is literally making me pretty upset. But yeah, this is Bird Box. This is what's happening. Remember I broke this video down movie a while ago, and I said this is what's going to be happening. And this is happening now at a small scale, but it's going to intensify. I'm telling you, it's going to intensify.
Where are you? Please don't tell your Joe. Please don't take my children!
How have you been feeling? Have you been sleeping any better?
It's the irony. Please don't take my children. And what did they do to us? See the irony in that, right? You see the irony in that. Please don't take my children. And what did they do to us? What did they do to our mothers?
Rough. Then again, I never slept well before this condition. Condition? It's called pregnancy. It's okay to say it out loud.
You hear that? You heard that, right? I have this condition. Kind of like misophonia, huh? I had this condition. And then they try to obfuscate it by, saying, you mean pregnancy? See that, right? Y'all got to see how they play. Y'all got to see how they play. And then, right, they're not sleeping, right? They're not sleeping. They're having trouble sleeping. This is their demons that's coming up.
Something's happened. Can you just please drive? Did you see something? Come inside! What's going on?
People describe seeing an entity that takes on the form of your worst fears.
Oh my God. What are you
Do you hear that? Do you hear that? People describe seeing an entity that takes on the form of your worst fears. Didn't I show y'all the video the other day that I got? Hold on. Didn't I show y'all the picture that I got yesterday of that entity that was staring at that dude's window talking about, I'm coming for you? Did I show y'all that? I showed y'all that. It was like a plasma purple entity that's outside of his door. That was outside of his door on his Ring camera. I showed y'all that? I went live on TikTok yesterday. I showed that on TikTok. But I think I showed y'all that, didn't I? Yes, I did. Yeah. It was just like this plasma purple entity that was standing outside of his door. You feel me? But yeah, you see?
What did you see? What is wrong with you? Please stop it!
We can't stay here.
Every contact we have had with the outside has brought us death.
Your kids, they deserve hope.
Do you hear that? Every contact we have with the outside brings us death. Okay? And then the fact of the matter is, in the movie, that man says you can't stay here. The melanated man tells him you can't stay here. You can't stay here.
Every single decision I have made has been for them.
You hear that? Every single decision that has been made has been for them. And it's funny because I broke down Final Fantasy, Final Destination Bloodline. How basically, right? What she's saying over here, right? This over here.
Your kids, they deserve hope.
Every single decision I have made has been for them.
When she said every single decision I have made has been for them. So basically in Final Destination Bloodlines, they basically go and explain how these kids are what's called karma babies. And basically they weren't supposed to exist in a sense. See what I'm saying? The karma babies. These are karma babies. So basically take ours just so you can have yours. And then even it goes the worse, right? They gave us their children. So, they gave our women their children so they can take care of them. That's where nannies came from in the first place, y'all, because they don't take care of their children. The NPCs, they can't do that. They're Cabbage Patch. They can't do it. They can't take care of their children. That's why nannies, babysitting, all that type of stuff is because of them.
Thank God.
Listen to me. We are going on the trip now. It's going.
You see? Look at him. It's funny because I see it says parking sensors, right? And I think this has to do with the darkness that's coming. Okay, the darkness that's coming, because you flip that P into a D, it becomes, dark. The dark that's coming, sensing the darkness, right? And the reason why I say this is because, again, it has the melanated man driving it. And then, right, she puts on the blindfold. It's the darkness that's coming. And she puts the blindfold on. The darkness that's coming to them, to her. See? Look at that.
Listen to me. We are going on the trip now. It's going to be rough.
You heard that? We're going on the trip now. It's going to be rough. They were letting their people know that the trip is going to be rough.
If you hear something in the woods, you tell me. If you hear something in the water, you tell me. But under no circumstance are you allowed to take off your blindfold.
Because they don't want, you can't look at the sun. It's the sun. It's the sun that's making people go crazy. You hear that? The creatures sounds like the creators. See it? The creature sounds like the creators. The creators, which are the sons, the three sons. Because again, remember when they looked up, that's when they would go crazy. When they looked up and they looked at something, they see something, that's when they were crazy. Let's see what. Bird Box gives us 23. Peniel gives you 23. See? You see? And what did that dude said? He said the entity would manifest something, the darkest desire, what did he say? The entity would manifest as their deepest. Let me see what he says.
What's going on?
People describe seeing an entity that takes on the form of your worst fears.
An entity that takes on the form of your worst fears. Okay? That takes on the worst fears. Okay? See, via pineal gland. Okay? This is justice that's coming. This is balance. This is balance. And then remember, our X gene gives us 23 as well because we're getting activated. Oops. We're activating. Okay, we're activating. Let's get it. Let's see.
If you go to a remote enough location, it's a small enough blast, it probably won't get picked up by the network. So
you heard that? He says if you go to a location, you probably won't feel the frequency, the vibration.
This is really, again, I'm not saying that we had a nuclear blast today. That would be definitely me going out on a limb. But it is certainly bizarre what's happened today, and we're going to go through the history of this and effectively how nuclear blasts do change the Earth geophysically, and we know that we detonated thousands of them, so we know that we have been shocking Earth's heart for decades now. The question in my mind is A, what are the long stream effects of that? How does that affect us, our consciousness, evolution, and more, the health of the planet, the health of ourselves? And, if we're doing that now, like, we should be aware of this, and it shouldn't be hidden, right? Because now we're perturbing a system that's already, you could say, at least some people believe, like, at critical. So we're shining light in dark places today, effectively.
Basically, he's going through and talking about the karma that they have assimilated, and now the karma's coming back. That's exactly what he's basically saying in this show. Without directly coming out and saying that they're paying their karma back.
Yeah. So there's a lot to go over. Let's get into it. We'll start with.
Let's see what the comments said, because again, the comments are it's always interesting. Let me see. Okay, yeah, because again, right? Even when they were testing bombs in the ocean and stuff like that, you guys were killing animal life. You guys were killing microscopic life. You guys are literal terrorists to this planet. Literal terrorists to this planet. And I love the fact that they think it's just it's the elite. I love the fact they just think it's the elite. The elite, how did the elite get there? Y'all voted the elite in. Y'all put the elite in. You feel me? Okay, so let's see. Look at this. Yesterday, a deer in Michigan came to the edge of the woods and watched me for several minutes. It kept stomping one foot and making noises like it was warning me. I lived here my whole life and have not experienced anything like that before. I told y'all the animals are gonna start. Y'all seen that deer that whooped that girl's ass? Beat on her like drumsticks, boy. I'm telling you. See, look at this. Let me see. Reminds me of the movie Leave the World Behind. Let me see. I checked in with my spirit team this morning. What we are seeing was a plasma-based detonation beneath the Earth's surface near a known fault line close to the deep ocean tectonic junction. The intention was not warfare but interference. It was aimed at disrupting planetary grid harmonics. Okay, let's get it. Did anyone experience balance issues? Like my equilibrium was gone for a day or two. Damn, 401 replies. That's crazy. I have also strange ringing pressure pops while sitting in a room. Banging into a wall. Yes, I've been wobbly for a couple of days. Everything that feel here is strange is definitely normal at the times of change. Yes, for sure. Same here. I have as well. A lot of dizziness for me. Oh my God, I fell on the bus and was dizzy and stressed out. I don't know if this was connected, but my mother passed away almost a year now. And today I heard her voice over the phone while on the phone with my dad, as plain as day. I heard her voice. It literally stopped me in my tracks. Let me see. I am an RN, and as I continue to learn from I am such. Let me see. No, that's not it. There's so much going on. Animals could be a warning sign when something is happening in the environment. So yesterday I experienced horrible headaches, dizziness, and a lot of pressure. I even had blurred vision most of the day. I kept telling my husband it doesn't feel like the usual allergy or sinus symptoms. Anyone else experience this? I do not drink or take drugs, but it was like the worst hangover. Ugh. Yes, 2 days of the worst headache, extreme fatigue, insomnia as well. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people are feeling it. A lot of people are feeling the shift. Let me see. And a lot of people are crying, man. A lot of people are purging. People are purging. Okay. This is the great purge that's happening right now. Okay. This is the great purge. Let me see. This is the great purge that's happening right now. So many people are just like, they're just fed up, y'all. Let me see. Is this?
Breaking state of emergency. The CDC warns everyone to be alert and cautious. This disease is proven to be fatal, and no.
What the heck? What happened to me? Oh dang, y'all! Hold on. My phone died. That's crazy. How? Hold on, y'all.
No treatments or this cough is proven to be fatal, and no treatments or arm jab are currently available. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention states that lab studies warn of the huge risk of this, which can pose a risk to humans, is now on the loose. Confirmed cases breaking out, and now we are waiting for the first reported infections in people to start happening next. This could be happening in days. And in just less than 4 or 5 days, we're all planning on sitting down at the dinner table to hold hands with our loved ones, family and friends in prayer, to bless our food and give thanks. But what we should all be paying attention to very closely is the massive warning just released from government officials about this new cough and is starting to pop up in the U.S. and just how dangerous this can be. I have pulled together lots of research and compiled notes to share with you with the latest and shocking news about the meat that many of us eat all of the time, now deemed potentially poisonous, and essentially the very likely scenario this may be meat you planned on serving your friends and family this coming Thanksgiving, November 23rd, for Thanksgiving. Especially those of you who have been preparing based on the essential top 5 list of must-haves for getting prepared. And for those of you asking about the list of 5 essentials to buy right now in cash, like I did, there is a link in the description and pinned comment so you can easily stay safe and have all of your preps ahead of time before they are gone, because people are stocking up big time from what I can see when I am out and about. Welcome back to the Squirrel Tribe, everybody. I am Michelle, the Squirrel Tribe leader. I think some people said Grand Poobah, Squirrel Tribe Chief, Squirrel Tribe Queen, whatever you want to call it. I run the Squirrel Tribe. Girls run the world. Sorry, I had a Beyonce moment in my brain. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you find this informative, educational, entertaining, whatever. If you enjoy what you see here, please think about subscribing. If not, no harm, no foul. Thanks for being here either way. There is a link in the description for a Patreon for those of you who want to continue to support the channel outside of YouTube. I appreciate you immensely. And with your permission, I would like to read to you a few things that I have written down here. So let's just jump into this. So breaking, I hope you guys are ready for this. Confirmed cases of fatal brain after deer carcass test positive of CWD, which is chronic wasting disease, as reported by the Wyoming Game and Fish Department, Yellowstone, and the National Park Service. Fun times there. Zombie deers, basically.
Is anybody else having a really hard time just looking around and watching people think that everything's just normal and dandy and like everything's just going to be okay, as if we're not just like falling off this cliff completely and everything is just completely degrading every single day? And just to watch people act as if it's like just business as normal and we just keep having to go to work and participating and walking ourselves off this cliff, and it becomes increasingly harder to keep doing this and relating to people and finding common ground when it's like you just want to like shake people awake, and I just don't know if they're going to. Is anybody else having a really hard time
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you, Quetta. Appreciate all that. Thank you. Okay. But this is what I've said is basically this is majority of the world is NPC. Majority of the world is NPC. Okay. Now, the fact of the matter is, right? That's why they had to get you out of your world, out of your mind, so you can end up like the NPC when it comes to the end of the world, at the end of the spiritual lesson. So you don't know who you are. You don't know to look in. You don't know to look out. You don't know what's up. You don't know what's down. You just see what caught you, what basically saved you, what fed you, right? The system that enslaved you is breaking down, and you don't know what to do, because this is the system that you see breaking down is the same system that puts food in your mouth, that puts money in your pocket, and that also terrorizes and demonizes you and do all that type of stuff. So it's like that's an abusive relationship that people are afraid to leave. That type of relationship, that's an abusive relationship, right? You scourge for money. You scourge for money, like through everything. And then you have your gangs out there, your cops, your politicians, right? And all these people, these insurance companies that's literally out there that's messing with us all day, every single day. And then you don't think when that system starts falling, the people are not going to lose it, because now they don't believe in it. They don't know what else to do. They don't believe in nothing else. So this is the byproduct of it right now, right? People are realizing And I don't even think these people, I don't even think he knows what an NPC is or anything like that. You feel me? But look, I feel like I'm losing my mind. Everyone around me is acting like everything is okay. Because again, everyone is an NPC. Majority of the people are NPCs. They don't even know they're NPCs. They don't even know they're NPCs. Every day, just going to work is torture. Everything feels pointless. Yes. Yes. It's called self-preservation. Normal when humans see things that are dangerous and they feel helpless. It is draining. I think many people deny reality to cope. Yes, this is true. I think we're all there, brother. We're too exhausting to keep up facades. Yeah, everything is going on. At this point, we're keeping away from the people who are pretending. This guy says, detached from everything, don't want to be around anyone. Everything is a lie. What are we all doing? Yeah, now it's like, what are we all doing now? Now everything is a lie. Now everything is a lie. Okay. See, everybody is saying, feel the same way. Yeah. So a lot of people are feeling it, man. And energetically speaking, the energy is definitely, it's tense. It's intense out there.
I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate over this, and I really don't give a fuck. But the point is, I've been doing construction work pretty much my entire adult life, over 20 years, 21, 22 years now. Right now on this job I'm on, right now, there are about 5 of us white guys out here. There's probably 2 or 3 black guys, and the rest are Latinos. And I say the rest being 100 to 125 guys. Now I've been on this job for 6 months. And that's been about the average. I wished all these guys would get their citizenship and do things legal, but the point is that they haven't. But if you send all these guys back across the border, everybody says, oh, they're going to raise the wages and all the white guys are going to get these jobs. Bullshit. Like, I don't know what fucking sandcastle you got your head shoved in, or whose ass you got your head shoved in, but no, they're not. I've watched the Americans completely quit working. People my age and younger don't work. They don't, and especially ain't gonna do a physical job. So all you people saying, oh, they're going to increase the wage, and all these thousands and thousands of white guys are going to get these jobs. Like, have you done lost your fucking life?
See, they're finding out everything is a lie.
I mean, come on. What's going to happen is people like me are going to be sitting at the house because there ain't even enough people to put a crew together to be able to fucking work. Fuck, man, this country and government, everybody just went to fucking shit, man. Damn, y'all keep working, baby.
Y'all keep working, baby. Let's get it, boy. The shift is here. The shift is here. I told y'all, man, it's over. It's over, boy. It's over. This is the crumble. This is the crumble of society. Okay, understand that. Let me see. This is the crumble of society. Society is crumbling. Let me see. Look at these. Look at this dude going crazy. Look at this. This is in Australia. People are losing it. He's telling the cops to do your job. Hurry the fuck up. Let me show y'all. He gets out of his car. He gets back in it. People are losing it, man. I'm telling y'all, man. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Look at the ducks just watching. Look at the ducks just chilling and all that type of stuff, bro. Look at that shit. But this dude slams in the police car with his Jeep, bro. Look at that. That shit crazy, man. I'm telling you, people are going crazy. People are losing it. That's why I like Instagram better, because Instagram shows me all the crazy videos. Hold on. And then I think his he falls in.
And she said, "Do you come from
Look at that. See, now his car falls in the water.
down under? Women go and men wonder. Can't you hear the thunder? You better run, you better take cover."
But be one of us, boy. Pow pow, right?
I'm bred from a man named Brussels. He was 6'4" and full of
Look,
muscle.
it's trying to get him to come. He's like, he ain't going nowhere.
He just smiled and gave me a Vegemite sandwich. And he said, I come from a land down under. Beat us slow and mention Can't you hear the thunder?
And they're just talking to him, bro. Look at that. Bro, they're just talking to him, bro. Crazy, man. Crazy. Let's see.
So it's official. The Trump administration has just come out and said that emergency rooms no longer have to save the life of women in this country. If you're a man, you will still be required by law to save their life. But if you are a woman and you show up in an emergency room, they can just let you expire.
You already know. Yeah, I mean, come on, man. That's been the thing for us. I've said this before. That's why hospitals exist. Hospitals exist to basically take the organs and the lifeblood of our people. So now the universe has reversed it. Remember that? Remember we talked about that Uno card? Why the Uno card was going viral? The reverse Uno? Because now the earth is like, here, it's your turn. Yeah, for what y'all did to the planet, now it's your turn. Yes. Understand? So again, remember, they're not giving birth anymore. You know what I'm saying? The birth is all at all-time. It's at an all-time low.
They don't have to perform a procedure that would save your life. That is where we are in this country. They are no longer going to enforce the EMTALA rule. So women all over this country, no matter what state you're in, hospitals are allowed to just send you away and not treat you. Because the Trump administration doesn't care about women. And if you can't produce a live child for them, you're completely useless.
You hear that? They're talking to themselves. They're talking to their people. When I tell y'all, listen, they're talking to their people. They're not talking to us. They're not talking to us. You hear that? Because why? It's over for them. So if you can't produce a child for them, when it comes to their race, if you can't, then you're useless to them. You're useless. What do they need you for? Why do you think they want to go into the artificial wombs? I mean, that's what they are, artificial, but still, you know what I'm saying? Everything repeats because it's a joke. It's a giant joke. It's a giant game.
This is where we are. The Trump administration, every Republican will have blood on their hands because women will now lose their lives all over this country. In emergency rooms, if you show up, they don't have to help you. But if you're a man, well, they got to do everything they can to save your life. But we're worthless to them.
Yeah, because they love men. You know what I'm saying? They love men, love their men. What y'all think y'all were doing? Why you think where do you think the word Greek freaks come from? The Greek freaks the Greeks in the Romans. That's what y'all. Well, the fake Greeks and the fake Romans. What do y'all think y'all were? The men were literally pretending like dressing up as the same thing that's going on now. Men were dressing up as women, wearing wigs, like all full dresses, high heels, and all that type of stuff. Nothing different now. The 83 men, there's nothing different now. Same thing. That's what I'm saying. People think that, oh, this is, we've been here for thousands and thousands. No, bro. This is recent. This is new stuff. They just got here. You feel me? This is nothing new. This is the same thing going on. They're just trying to give you, they're just trying to make it seem like they're great, that they're good, that they're awesome. This is literally a cry for help.
Right now, you're not going to believe this. I'm stunned that I have to tell you this. Republicans just voted, every single one of them, to allow Donald Trump to deport U.S. citizens. Not like deport unlawful, violent immigrants. No. They just voted in our committee to allow Donald Trump to deport U.S. citizens. That's where this is going.
Now, he's speaking in code. Okay? He's speaking in code because you got to understand what Donald Trump represents. Okay? What does Donald Trump represent? Well, he's the 47th president, right? 47 gives you black people. But let's look at Donald Trump in gematria. Donald Trump gives us 48, which if you see my 3-body problem breakdown, I showed y'all this before. 3-body, we talked about this before, 3-body problem. So this is the 3-body problem. So he's speaking in code. When he's talking about Donald Trump is removing U.S. citizens, he's talking about the 3-body problem, which is the Holy Trinity, the 3 sons, the Holy Trinity. The 3 sons is doing this. Donald Trump ain't no Donald Trump. He's just giving you the illusion of doing this. He's just giving you the illusion of doing this. He's not the one that's doing this. Everything is solar. Everything, the sun is doing all of this. You really think Donald Trump would be doing this to his people? No. He's just following orders. That's all he's doing. He's just an artificial robot following orders. I've showed y'all this before. He's a non-player character. He's an NPC. Just like all these other people are literally NPCs. Okay. Let me see. So yeah. So when you see the ICE agents deporting and stuff, all that stuff is fake. All of this stuff, y'all, all of this stuff is fake.
Yo, don't fucking touch her.
Because look at this dude's tattoo. That's a gang tattoo. All of this stuff is fake. I'm not gonna say that's a gang tattoo, but what's it called? These are all KKKs and these doctors and these lawyers. These are all actors, y'all. Remember, their job is to keep us asleep. That is their job, is to keep us asleep, to keep us entertained, to keep us focused on LeBron James, Michael Jordan, Shaquille O'Neal, Real Housewives of Hollywood. This is exactly what they try to keep us busy with. Now, right? It's funny. They even went to as far as banning all the corn websites now. It's because I was just talking about the crop circle yesterday on my live on TikTok. I was talking about the crop circle on my live on TikTok, right? And then they which was what happened on the cornfield, okay? And now they have done away with all the corn websites. You know what I'm talking about, the vulgar stuff, the corn websites. Why? Because this is the type of energy that was keeping our people contained. It was keeping our men docile. Instead of going out, taking that energy and transmuted it and putting it into something good for yourself, people were locking it away into these demons that they don't even know who are they giving their energy to, stroking their energy to. That is beyond me. Because if everything is energy, what are you having energetic sex with? Who are you having energetic sex with? You see a face on the screen, but if everything is green screen, could that really be a face, or could that be a demon? Could that be a demon that you're doing this with? You have no idea. And then you wonder why people are different. The people who don't practice semen retention, who don't, you know what I'm saying? But that's all of this is a distraction. This is just everything was just to keep the indigenous people asleep, so we don't know what's going on. That's what I'm saying. Like, y'all, if y'all really, and if y'all really understood, like we were in some kind of scary movie. We're literally in a scary movie because everything was against us. Everything and everyone was against us. Think about it, y'all. It's literally a scary movie. There's sundown towns. Like, if you're black, if you go in certain places, then you're gonna get lynched. You're gonna get what? And it's only sundown towns. Why? You know what I'm saying? So now the sun is like, F it. Now we're gonna have a sun uptown. And not just one sun, we're gonna have 3 suns. This is exactly, that's what I'm saying. That's the sense of humor of the universe. Okay? That's the sense of humor of the universe. Let's get it.
We have people here pushing the cops right here. And now they took them.
Fuck you! Get your fucking hands off! Police! Go! Open the door!
Look, you can tell it's all an act, man. Look at this. Look, she's not even trying to get through. She's not even trying to get through. Look. He's not even really holding her back. Bro, this shit's just crazy.
Hey, we need your fucking protection from these guys. There's a man in your cell. Help us!
What's going on?
The cops won't fucking protect us from these fucking FBI agents.
An ICE raid has taken place here in Minneapolis. The cops, SWAT team, FBI, whoever's out here has completely taken over the streets, and people have taken to the streets. I don't even know what has happened. I was literally driving, filming a completely separate video, and then I got out of the car because they had taken over this whole entire block. This is happening on the streets. Here you have the police, right here you have the police right behind me, then you have the FBI, then you have a huge group, another group, then you have another group of law enforcement behind us, and then you have everybody chanting, our streets.
Yeah, you guys can tell it's not real. See what I'm saying? You guys can see that now, right? It's not real. Look at this.
I'll get you a job. I'll get you a job, man. I can get you a job. I can get you a good paying job. I can get you a good paying job. Guns don't belong here. Put the gun down. I'll get you a job. You're fucking hired. Please, man.
I'll get you a good job. I'll get you a great paying job, dude. Just put out the weapon. Put out the gun. Just put it down, dude. Please, bro. Totally. Let's see what gun gives us. Gun gives us 14, which is what? God, which is who? Blast. There we go.
Another one.
Now you know why they call you a son of a gun. Now you know why they call you a son of a gun. Because you are the son of God, literally. You are literally the son of God. Because I told y'all before, the sun is the gun. Because the sun is the big trigger. It is when that pulls the trigger. When that solar flare happened, boy. You know what I'm saying?
It's over 9,000!
Yeah. That's why I said put that in see, that's why back in the day, they would have all these, hold on, let me see. You see, this is by look, you can't make this stuff up. You cannot make this stuff up. Because I remember a specific episode with not even just Family Matters, right? With a whole bunch of these melanated TV shows. They all did an episode where they would basically have their people give their gun away. Turn in their gun. Turn in their gun. You see what I'm saying? So when I tell you, so basically, this is deep because it's telling you, give the black people up. Turn in black people, snitch on black people, lock up black people. And it's so deep because it says 447 over here. It's 447. The 47 is black people. Literally telling you to lock us up. You can't make this stuff up. And that's just one. That's Family Matters. And I believe there was one episode with Fresh Prince, I believe as well too. Let me see. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Now, if I put the episode, it's probably going to be deeper than that, but we don't need to get into that. But I'm showing you guys this. I'm showing you guys this. And I saw this on practically a lot of black shows. Because you're that gun. You are that gun. That's why you think a gun is called a 9? We're the 9 ether. Why do you think there's a gun called a 38 special? 38 gives you the creator. Why do you think there's a gun called AK? AK means with the sun. It's the Ka. It's the AK. It's with the sun. It's AK with the sunshine. All right. And then you have 45. 4 plus 5 gives you 9. The age of Aquarius, which we are rising into right now. And there's so many. What other guns? Let's see. Let's look at the guns. Look, rifle, okay? Rifle, okay? Which is what's it called? Refill. Refill, like refill, right? You got the shotguns, right? Which is what? The COVID-19, which is what? Which is what?
Coronavirus! Coronavirus!
Which is the shots. Shots. Everybody. They were trying to program you to take shots back in the day. And then again, it was LMFAO because it was such a funny thing. But they were literally trying to program us to take shots back in the day. You see that? Let me see. I'm trying to look at the names. Where are the names of the guns? Let me see. Wow. Yeah, look at that. Smith and Weston, right? And who's Mr. West? I mean, who's Mr. Smith? Will Smith. Will Smith. Smith and Weston. And remember, in West Philadelphia. Remember what West means? West means the sundown town. West means darkness. It means darkness.
Darkness, everybody! Everyone! Darkness is spreading!
West means it's a right that we have to go through in order to transmute, to transcend, to ascend. That's why it's Smith and Weston, meaning the will of God create this West in, because we had to dive into ourselves, to find ourselves, to rise back up into ourselves. See what I'm saying? You see? Glock is the G lock. Who's the G lock? Who's the G? We're the G. And our G is locked up right now by who? The black sun. And the black sun is what's going to unlock our G. And it's called C's 57. Because when it seizes 57, boy, that's when we get activated. Because if you know what 57 represents, if you know what 57 is, y'all, do you guys know this is hilarious? If you guys know what 57 gives you in gematria, it's hilarious because this is what's happening now. You can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up. Let me see. I can't even. Look, there's a Taurus. You can't make this stuff up. It's a Taurus. There's a Taurus gun. There is also. Damn, it's hard for me. I can't. It's the writing is so small. Look, here's the coat. The coat. Here's the coat print. You know. That's the coat print right there. The Magnum. Okay, the Magnum gun. Okay. Why the girls love Magnums? You know what I'm saying? Or why we use those type of if you do, you know, if you use those type of condoms. That's. But nonetheless, you feel me? So I'm telling you, everything is literally after the sun, is named after the sun. Everything is about the sun. Everything, literally everything is about the sun. Okay. Let me see. Yeah. So everything is about the sun. Look, Cobra C32, the Cobra, right? When they talk about the cobra, it's talking about the snake venom, the desert eagle. Yes, right. The desert eagle, because when that eagle comes, there's gonna be a desert, literally. The eagle represents the ego, which means the ID of Earth. That's what the desert eagle is. Basically, the ID of Earth. It's the Ed, desert. Okay, it's the Ed, desert eagle. It's the Ed. It's the Ed cert ego. Okay, when you look at the word desert eagle, it's the Ed cert eagle. Ed, we've been talking about Ed for quite some time, haven't we, y'all? We've been talking about Ed for quite some time. All right, let me see. Is there any more? Yeah, all of this is staged, y'all. All this stuff is staged, man. And that's what I'm telling you. People are realizing this it's not real. Okay. And so that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm here to tell you guys all of this first, right? Don't, in a sense, like, because people are the people who are breaking down are the NPCs. Like they're disassociating from this reality because in the long run, they were never real in the first place. You see what I'm saying? They were never real in the first place. That's why I told y'all they need paperwork to basically give them the illusion that they are alive, to give them validation. That's what AI is. That's what artificial intelligence is. The art of the true artificial consciousness. Okay, so their world is breaking down because we're disassociating from their world. And you think, a lot of people think that these people are real. These people are not real. They are a figment of our imagination. Let me see. Look at this. Look at that. You see everything back to ash. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. At the end, that's what everything is. You see, and it's in Paris, right? Paris means not to laugh, but this shit's hilarious. You feel me? This is hilarious because it's the end of the system. And that's what I'm saying. It's Paris because France was the one who basically first enslaved all of this. If France is the head honcho, one of the head honchos in all of this, and it's like, Paris, don't laugh. But it's like when y'all were doing this to us, what were y'all doing? So yeah, crazy. But yeah, people are feeling it, man. Hold on.
Know about nothing about triangles, nothing about geometry, nothing, dog. You don't know shit, homie.
People are losing it. I'm telling y'all, man. You don't know. He must watch me. He talking about you don't know nothing about geometry, astrology. He must watch me. You don't know shit, homie. You don't know shit. He must watch me.
Know about nothing about triangles, nothing about geometry, nothing, dog. You don't know shit, homie. You don't know what love is.
You don't know what love is. I'm telling y'all, man. The NPCs are breaking down, bro. Y'all need to be meditating like this dude. Yeah, you don't know none of that, homie.
It's over now.
I'm not even flexing.
I can flex like a buffer. You know what I'm saying? I got all that shit. I can leave.
Yeah.
Make this whole musical ass. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
You see, they only get views to act only when they start acting like us, right? I bet you if he was acting all proper, you know, like what's it called? What's that dude from Full House? Jesse Tanner? I don't know. I bet you if he was acting like Jesse Tanner, he would get no coverage. But because he's acting melanated, all eyes on him, isn't he?
Know about nothing about triangles, nothing about geometry, nothing, dog.
You know nothing, dog. You don't know shit, dog. You don't know nothing. The shit is here, baby. But let's see. I don't know if you can hear this.
I'm struggling with burnout, depression. Anyway, I'm trying to be gentle with myself. I did drink water and I have taken the meds. I just wanted to say I'm probably not going to post anything tonight. I want to, on one hand. On the other, I'm just burnt out.
Yeah.
The easiest and best way and honest way to say it.
I can say, man, people are feeling it. And I looked on her content, like she was all happy and, you know, she looked full of life and all that type of stuff. Again, people are realizing this shit's not real. Look at this shit. Look at this dude.
Okay.
This is, now tell me, not look at this shit, y'all. Look at this. You tell me if this is a real person. Look at this dude's eyes. Look at this dude's eyes.
What the hell happened to this guy's face?
It's crazy because when I thought it was freaking AI. I thought it was fake, but this is actually a real moment in MMA history. I went to go look at it and I saw that. I was like, what the hell? I zoomed in and I looking for myself. I don't know if this is a mask, but apparently this is a real person. This is Brock Lesnar's son. But look at this dude, bro. Look at this dude. But yeah, he looks like Jake Paul and everything.
Slow this video.
But yeah, that shit crazy, man. That shit crazy, man. I'm telling you. Let me see. Is there anything else? Oh, hold on.
You guys, please tell me I'm not the only one going through this. Like, extreme highs and lows, emotionally and physically. I feel like I'm literally going insane at this point. 4 days ago, I was moved to tears, which isn't that abnormal, but like the feeling of like happiness and like hope and love and like, oh, music was just like from God and like everything was just perfect and I felt amazing. And the last 3 days, I feel like I can't get out of hell. Yesterday, I had no energy, to the point where I actually was wondering if an entity was sitting there just gulping my life force energy because I was
You heard her?
literally like, I couldn't fucking talking. I couldn't talk. I couldn't move hardly. I've been an emotional wreck. I don't want to be here anymore. And yet I look around and I'm like, Mother Gaia, you were so beautiful. And then like praying to Yeshua and just like so grateful that I'm on Team Light and just want to be so close to.
These are the people who sold us religion. When they found out that Yeshua is not real, and it means yes, you are. And it means yes, you are. I don't know. Yesu. I don't know what Yeshua means, but you know, or another name for Joshua. But I'm telling y'all, I told y'all, there are entities that literally are around taking people's energy. I'm be telling y'all. There's a song. My energy, take all of my energy. Hold on. What's her name? Carrie Hilson. You can't make this stuff up. Look at this shit. You can't make this stuff up. Look, it's 59. And Donald Trump is you can't make this stuff up. 59 million views 15 years ago, right? Donald Trump is the 60th. Here's that 9 and that 6. And Vince is that 50th. Here's that 5 right there. And then 15 has to do with the evil Esau exiting. Okay. And then 1 + 5 is 6 because it's coming from above down to below. You can't make this stuff up. Literally, let's see what she says. Look, and you see the clock. You see the clock right there, right? What time is it? It's 4. It looks like it's about 47.
Another one.
You cannot make this stuff up. You cannot make this stuff up. Let's see what she says. It's funny because I just showed y'all like Jake Paul and that dude boxing, and then here she is with the boxing ring.
I wish I could rip out a page of my memory, cause I put too much energy in me. Can't wait till I get through this phase, cause it's killing me. Too bad we can't rewrite our own history.
You hear that? So this is the separation between the melanated man and the melanated woman she's talking about over here. Too bad we can't write our own history. Why? Because they wrote our history for us. They wrote our history for us. Let's go.
Such a mystery.
Right? And I said this. I said, look, they rewrote our history. They removed our history and put his story, and they call it a mystery. You see? And they call it a mystery. And she goes, when he's here with me. What are you talking about? We're still here. We're not mysterious. We're still familiar to each other. They just wrote our story for us to make it seem like we're enemies. We don't belong. The black man and the black woman don't belong together. They wrote those stories. They're the ones that's imprisoning our people. See that?
When he's here with me, it's hard to believe I'm still lonely.
Y'all gotta listen to these songs. You hear her, right? So again, this is basically the Mother Earth crying out for all the melanated women, right? How is it possible when we're still here, but she's still lonely? The mother of humanity is still lonely when all her sons are here. You see what I'm saying? I gotta stop breaking down word for word like this though. Let's go.
Chances fading now, patience running out. This ain't how it's supposed to be. I'm from sleeping with the enemy.
You can't make this stuff up. I'm having nightmares for sleeping with the enemy, and the enemy is all around us.
How do we reverse the chemistry? I don't want us to be the enemy. This love is taking all of my energy. Taking all of my energy.
She said this love is taking all of my energy. And remember the music song, the song Bon Jovi? Y'all gave love a bad name. You lied to us about what love is, about what love is all about. You gave love a bad name. So now the love that you gave us or you sold us is removing all our energies, taking all our energies, because we're giving you everything. We're giving you all of us, and we're not even paying attention to ourselves or our people. Because we're crazy. We're busy manifesting Apple iPhones for you guys. Movie theaters, supermarkets that charge you to buy water and essential nutrients that you need in order to survive. So this junk is taking all of our energy. We must let it go. We must separate, baby. The great separation is here. You see how things work to me? How things come? I think of songs. I think of like they just come to me, and then I'm able to correlate and show you guys, and everything makes sense. You see her fingernails, right? The black and white, the black rays that's coming through the white sun.
Seems only like yesterday, not even gravity could keep your feet off the ground when you were with me. How could two be as one and become so divided now?
How can two be as one have become so divided now? Bro, you know where you came from? You came from a melanated woman. How can you hate this woman so bad? Or not even, you know what I'm saying? Not even look towards her way. It's funny because I seen this video over here. Hold on. Oh shoot. I wanna keep playing this video, but hold on. Let me see. I seen this on Mama T. Let me see, Mama. Let me see something. Is it here? Hold on. This over here.
I have a question for some black men, because I know it's not all, so don't come for me saying she said all. I never said that, but I do have a question for some, specifically the black men who choose to date white women, because that is where I have seen it the most. But I was about to go into the store, right? There was a black man there. He was with a white woman. You could tell they were together. Okay. As I'm getting ready to come into the establishment, I'm right behind them. He holds the door for me. I said, thank you. He said, oh, you're very welcome. Okay. There was a black lady right behind me. He let that door go and slam in her face. And I looked, and I even said to him, I said, oh, that was very rude. And he said, what happened? I held the door for you. I said, yes, you did. I said, but why did you let it slam in her face? And he just kind of smirked and walked off.
Now, I said this before. There is a lot of people that create fake content just to get a rise out of us. I'm telling you. And she is one of them. Okay, I'm not here to expose people or nothing like that, all right? But if you take my class, you watch out for symbolism through Freemasonry, because I tell you, they're all part of it, every single one of them. But there are specific content creators out there, a lot of them, that literally generate income off of our people by creating content like this. She's lying, y'all. She's completely lying. A, because she's doing the one eye salute right after she told the story. She's doing the one-eyed salute symbolism, right? Because it's falsified, it's fake. She's doing it to get a rise out of our people. And there's a lot of these people out there. Again, I'm not here to expose these charlatans. That's what they are, these charlatans, right? But I'm showing you guys there's a myriad of people out there that are creating fake content just to get a rise of our people, to hear what our people have to say. And then it's going to drive up the likes, going to drive up the views, because everyone's going to have something to say about it. So that's why I'm saying taking my class is very important. Taking the course is very important, because you're able to learn discernment to see these type of things. Now look at that. Oh, look at all y'all talking about, all y'all seeing it. All y'all has seen this. And then look at her shirt. She got the teal on, and it's the Ed. It's the, remember Lucy? Remember I Love Lucy? Remember Lucy? It's that love that they sold us. It's that fake love that they sold us. Remember I Love Lucy? And then Carrie Hilson, that love, that fake love. I'm giving that love my energy, because it's that love, it's that fake love that they sold us. So people need, when it comes to these type of videos that literally talk bad about melanated man and melanated woman, you guys got to understand those people are working together. This story probably didn't even I guarantee you 100% this story didn't even happen. Because it's like, what melanated man was like, I smirked. I looked at you and I smirked. What person is gonna be like, look at a white woman and just smirk because of that? I held the door open for you. I don't care about her. Really? Does that even sound believable? Now, I'm not saying that there aren't men that out there doing that, but I'm just letting you guys know that there are people that just literally create BS content to get onto our people. Because it drives up the views, it drives up the sales. They make more money. Everything is about, it's all about the views, really, honestly, truth be told. Because why? You need money in order to survive in this world. And money, and the views bring money. Drama brings views, and that brings money. You see what I'm saying? So pay attention, especially with spiritual people too. When you look at the spiritual, like the creators, some of them will go into drama with each other to generate views, to generate more money. Pay attention. Pay attention. Because you think it's a lot of your spiritual people out there, you know what I'm saying? But pay attention to that type of stuff. But I just wanted to bring awareness to this, y'all, because there's a whole bunch of them. There's a group of them that's doing this. Guy over here too. I'm gonna just give you one more. This guy over here. Hold on. Where is this dude at?
What up? Don't scroll. This shit is not normal, y'all. More of these oarfish, aka Doomsday fish, are washing up, y'all. Like, what the?
Damn, I don't know where he at now. TZENT? This guy over here. Tizzy. Okay. See, see, that's why his name is Tizzy ENT. ENT stands for entertainment. But in all of his videos, directly aimed at our people, specifically when it comes to, you know, being racist and, you know what I'm saying, calling people, finding out content miraculously. How do you come across content that's always calling people the N-word and stuff like that, or berating or talking bad about melanated people? But that's what I'm saying. And you see his numbers, 6776. But these type of people, they create content in regards to our people so they can get the views, so they can get the watch time, so they can get the likes and the follows, because our people are always going to bite back. Our people are always going, instead of focusing on themselves and, you know, working for one another, right? This world got us at each other's throats. So yeah, people can create content like this to get at our people, and then they're going to go watch it, and without even having like the awareness or the common knowledge of what's going on, they'll fall for the trap. Because again, they're just con artists. That's all they are. That's all they are. They're just con artists. Remember, their purpose is to keep us asleep. That is their purpose, to keep us asleep. So as long as we're sleeping, they can continue to create content like this and making money off of us and all that type of stuff, because we feed the whole system. I mean, y'all see the black sun. The black sun is the one that's underneath the whole earth, powering the whole earth. Yeah, so I just want to show you guys this. Please be aware. Please be aware. There are people who come in who are looking to steal our energy. But Carrie Hilson, right? Let me see Carrie Hilson. $34, which is Carrie Hilson, right? Or high, right? L sun. Okay. Care means the heart. Okay. Cue the heart again, right? Kelly or Carrie, the heart again, right? High L son, high the son of L, the son of God. Literally telling you, the name is literally in the pudding. All right. So, and it gives you 34, which 34 is graduation. And remember, what's his name? Remember that dude? How long he said he's been the meteorologist? He said he's been. What is this?
Yo, don't fucking touch her.
Oh, and then the meteorologist, how long he's been doing this for? 34 years. He has been doing this for 34 years. 34 years, and then Carrie Hilson gives you 34. You know what I'm saying? Crazy. Not crazy, but I'm just showing you the synchronicities of this. I'm showing you all the synchronicities, the connection to all of this. All right. Now let's continue. I think that's it for me, bro. That's it for me. Wow. I've been on for 3 hours, man. 3 hours. 3 hours. Yeah. So again, y'all, all of this stuff, this all fake stories. It's all fake stories. The only thing is to keep us asleep. That is the major part of all of this, is to keep us asleep. Work, all this job stuff only keeps us asleep. The taxes, keep it, the food, the drinks. And then also that's why you go to sleep as well. So you don't have time to think. You're always busy doing one thing next to the next, after the next, and after the next, and then you go to sleep. You can't think. Especially the type of food, it depends on the type of food that you're putting in your body. You can't think. You see what I'm saying? Most people are reactive instead of, reactionary. And that's the danger part of this. Let me see. Let me see something. Where is this at? Okay. Let me see. Yeah, I think that's it for me, y'all. I think that's it for me. I think that's it for me. Yeah, so I wanted to give you guys a little bit more information today. You know what I'm saying? A little bit more, because again, like the energy has been heavy the past couple of days. I've been taking care of myself and just relaxing and just taking all this in, because the energy is intense. It's dense. It's tense. It's definitely intense. I knew this. I knew it was going to be that when I saw that big dark sun in the sky the other day. I knew something was going to take place the next day, and literally we were in bed like almost the whole day yesterday, because how dense and intense the energy was. Yeah? And my goddess is still in bed right now because the energy is still intense. It's literally intense. You feel me? It's literally intense. So that's why I be telling y'all, make sure you guys go out there and get that information, get that energy, get that sun, put your feet in the soil, get in that sand. If you could get in that water, hug a tree, talk to, just observe nature, watch nature. Nature is definitely going to show you what's going on. Okay. Nature's definitely going to show you what's going on. I would show pieces, but I think this is a little too, it's a little too much. Okay. It's a little too much right now. Okay. We just did all of that. So, what I'm going to do, I'm most likely going to come back on TikTok later on today and show some pieces. So if you guys want to come back on TikTok and check out some pieces, then we can do that. Okay. We can do that. But other than that, I'll definitely catch y'all in the rising, for the show, but I'll definitely be on TikTok later. You guys make sure, let me see. And then, yeah, get in the course, y'all. Get in that course. So, right, with these geomagnetic storms, right? The best, right? If y'all have not detoxed yet the heavy metals out of your body, I urge you to do this. Okay. I urge you to do this because this is an electromagnetic storm. If you have metals within you, this will definitely hurt you. This will definitely hurt you because that's what the heavy metals are for. That's why they put, that's why they also, they had dentists put fillings in your mouth, aluminum and all this type of stuff, because those things are connected to your brain. Every single teeth is connected to your brain, and then that's connected to your neural. It's deep. Trust me, it's so deep. It goes much deeper. But yes, so y'all got to make sure you guys are taking care of yourself. The heavy metal detoxing, right? Detoxing in general. Spirulina will help you with the heavy metal detoxing. Spirulina, blue-green algae, chlorophyll. Those are very good heavy metal detoxes, right? You put it in your juice every single day or your water every single day, and you knock it back and watch your sun. Watch your skin start to glow, starts to glisten over the sun. You know what I'm saying? Just make sure that you guys are out there taking in that sun, because that's the only thing that really matters, honestly. That's the only thing that really matters. Okay. Because at one point in time, the sun is going to give up a cosmic explosion. A cosmic explosion of plasma. Once that firmament breaks open, I'm telling y'all. Okay. All right, y'all. Much love and abundance. Last two strongs been in bed, cold and cough, getting better. Okay, good. Yes. Yeah, I'm telling you, the energy is intense. Make sure, if you got some garlic, some onion, some honey, you guys get some garlic and some onion. You guys could chop them up, put them in some honey, and let that sit for a little bit. Take that. That'll help you with the cold and the fever and the cough, right? Sauna. If you guys can do sauna, will help you major big time. I want y'all to know the things that you got going on. A sauna will help you big time. Sauna. If you guys can find a sauna or the sauna, you know what I'm saying? Because that's where they wear sauna from. Sauna. But yes, gratitude for your breakdown, brother. Definitely much love, Southern Goddess. Much love, Cynthia. As always, don't forget to plant something. Yes, June. Ooh, my emotions with nature and how the world been treating us. Let's get it. Not sick, but just getting down. Let's get it. Get the uploads, get the downloads, okay? Labradorite stone helping. Let's get it, y'all. It's hot outside in Brooklyn. I bet it is, man. I bet it is. And it's going to, again, intensify. We're not even summer solstice, y'all. Summer solstice, July. You got June. We still got June, August. Excuse me, I forgot July. June, July, August. So July and August is going to be some crazy months, because I remember last year, July and August was some crazy months. Even September was crazy month as well too. Even October was crazy month. Bro, in fact, that's why the word Jason exists. The word Jason, you have the word you have July, because after what's called the summer solstice, right? You have the Lion's Gate, and so much energy is coming in. So you have July, August, September, October, November. That's Jason. And that also has, because of hurricane season as well too. So it's a lot of this is basically what I'm saying is we are in high energy activity right now. Right now we are in high energy season. High energy season. This is where more tornadoes is going to happen. This is where more earthquakes are going to happen. This is more hurricanes possibly are going to happen. More everything is going to happen. So be on the lookout. Be on the lookout. That's all I got to say. All right. Okay, y'all. I'm out of here. I'll be back on tomorrow on this, and then I'll be live on TikTok later, y'all. Much love and abundance upon every single one of y'all. And let's continue to get this shift, y'all. Peace. Oh, what am I doing, man? We gotta rock out, man. What you doing, man? What am I doing? We gotta rock out, y'all. We gotta rock out. Let's get it. Ooh. Oh.
What am I saying? Let me go, I on my knee. Let me go, when it go on my knee. I feel be a badger, I feel be emotion, she never. I feel be a badger. We need some milk.
Another one.
Let me go, I on my knee. Let me go, Geophysical, don't I need. I feel be a badger, I feel be emotion, she never. I never started my intro, but belly people won't catch me like Piccolo. Show you sabi, I sabi pro. Lady boy making them dance in a lingo. Them feeling me nice on my lingo. Not far from one, I walk back home. You can call me your place, but I love you.
It's all fake news. It's fake.
He needs some milk.
Y'all get in that course, y'all. Make sure y'all get in that course.
Another one.
Damn, son, where'd you find this? Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Another one. Another one.
Much love. Get in that course, y'all.
I know be I'm a rapper. She shining like a bar in it. Oja kilomita, go quick, kill it, jẹun tó dáa. I can't let money no be oúnjẹ junika. For the paper chasing my corner be just in the bar. Tell me what to do now to make this dollar.
It's all fake news. It's phony stuff. It didn't happen.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
What's that?
Another one.
He needs some
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Another one. It's all fake news. It's phony stuff. It didn't happen.
Another one. Damn, son, where'd you find this?